your enemy. You are something I don't want to have. A million problems inside of my head. This is something I cannot forget. Another one. You're a needle in my.
Something in my chest that I can't hide. When feelings get involved, I'm terrified. 'Cause I've been here before and said goodbye. Oh, are you the one when I try to look I wish I'd find? Oh, how can I love when I've been hurt 100 times? For you I'd give it one more chance. Bury my head deep within the crowd, but I'm reaching for your hand to pull me out. Oh, are you the one when I try to look I wish I'd find? Oh,
how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, how are all you doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a beautiful evening. Boys, we may have cross-faction finally enabled as of tonight. We tested it real quickly right before the stream. And Seavark and Briar, big thanks, boys, for getting the groups together. But we may have, we're going to try it. But for 5V5 1v1s, we may have cross-faction finally enabled. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Tags you already with a 5-man group. Just not wasting the time. Hop on EU and see if we can get some games rolling. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? What's up, dude? We got Sorry, we got Avilo. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. Joseph, Aura, Nano. We got Andros. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Let me just hop in the game and get the music and all that stuff ready to go. Yeah, dude, this could be exciting because I was waiting for 5V5 1v1s to finally have cross-faction, and I thought to myself, man, that's gonna make it so much easier setting up groups together. It's gonna be so nice. And then when we came in, and it's like, what? Apparently Blizzard just did not add that functionality into war mode stuff or war games, and I thought I felt a little disappointed. I felt a little cheated, not gonna lie. I felt just a little bit cheated there, boys. I felt like, man, Blizz, come on, dude. Yeah, RMO, man. How are you doing, my guy? Can we get a hashtag R in chat for being a wonderful member? Thank you so much, yo. You've been around for a while, my guy. That's a nice old badge. That's at least a 1 year badge, my man. Thank you for the support of the stream, of the channel. I very much appreciate it. Tagsy, ready to go. We just hit a second group and we'll be up and running, boys. Yo, let me get the music back up and running because it's kind of quiet right now. What is that first song, dude? I kind of liked it. Oh, yo, hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yo, are we already ready to go just like that? Okay. Apparently we're boys. Yeah. Let's go. Tag Z and Johan. Now the question is, do you guys have any groups as cross-faction? Is everybody here like similar faction? Or do we have some mix here? Do we have some variety? It was fire today. Yo, this started off split, dude. This started off fast. Okay, I'm interested to see if anybody decided to take advantage of the cross-faction feature tonight. We'll find out in just a moment, yeah? As soon as everybody loads in. We still have one more in Team 2, 2 more in Team 1. I think they all might be Alliance, though. I think this might be just an Alliance-only group, 2 of them, though. But you guys may be able to get some Hordes in there. Hell yeah, what's up, Captain Guy, my man? Duels, first duels of the day, my guy. First duels of the night. Twitch. We got ourselves the first one. I want to wait until I leave the group gets +5. But it looks like what awesome when you hear him as an Alliance, as a Subtlety Rogue. I love that set from Mr. Pandari, by the way. We got Taxi on that team on the Mechanic Strider. We got Feed. Looking to either get fed, hopefully not feed. We got Kib and we got Unlucky then. So we got an Alliance only group as Team 1. As Team 2, is this an Alliance only group as well? We got ourselves Alonia coming back as a Feral Druid. We got Fassel straight up going no Ooga Booga mode. I am surprised. Wait, Bolus actually. Wait, that's Bolus. That's Fassel. Oh, Fassel, yeah, Fassel's staying the same. Bolus, I think that's not out of the ordinary. That actually is pretty normal. We got Jesus over on the Alliance, also the human, and we got Naya also, so it's Alliance only. So chat after this one. Let's see if we may be able to get cross-faction. By the way, Awesome just got the biggest damage onto Jesus in the open. And this man literally surviving like Jesus is about tricking out Awesome. My ass, it's gonna be a big remorse when just swirling around, freezing up their bones. Clock of Shadows out of the rogue, trying to escape from the raid from the slate. Got themselves the hoodie on, trying to cover themselves up from the weather. The elements gonna be Jesus trying to see if he might be able to survive the rogue's onslaught. No evasion just yet. It's gonna be IBF as well as the Dark Pack. Silence onto the rogue. Not really sure what you can interrupt. Or silence from a rogue's abilities. I don't think he can even silence like a Cloak of Shadows or anything. Gonna be just throwing down the snowball at him. But Asuma doesn't want to play ball. He doesn't want to see if he might be able to get a big old eviscerate execute onto Jesus. And it doesn't land one. Man, that was a big fatty opener onto the death of the start. Actually kind of took me by surprise. It's gonna be Alonia walking by, thrashing the rogue out the open. The rogue dropping down the resident onto Alonia. Not gonna be seeing anything out of Alonia except for a bark skin. Triple cheap shot out of Asuma, who is then gonna rotate evasion. Alonia cannot really counterattack the rogue. Needs to go defensively, trying to stay in bear form, cat form for as best possible. Moonfire, Sunfire, Thrashes minus Sunfire are getting thrown at Asuma, using everything they can. Try to see if we can get past the dodges. What is that song, by the way? That's not a bad song. But it does take away from my duels mix as Alonian, trying to see if he might be able to get the big bleeds. Gonna be a full setup of bleeds onto the rogue. Gonna be rogue with a Shadowlands. Trying to see if he might be able to turn around the damage onto Alonia. And that's gonna be the rogue looking for the reset all together as I finally get my music up and running. You know how difficult it is to commentate, do the camera work, and do the music all at the same time? My goodness, chat. My goodness, is Asuma going to be able to escape out of this one? Looks like they're still taking out bleeds. Looks like they're still maimed by the feral druid, still suffering the wounds in the first place. Is able to get Sab's bonks on the head for Alonia. Gonna shot to follow. Gonna be the Kyrian burst after. Do they get the crits? Gonna be a quick bark here for Alonia, covering the body with extra protection, the extra tough bark, giving him a little bit extra of endurance. Try to see if they can survive the road. Gonna be them trying to go for as much stuff as possible. Did Alonia just proc themselves a frenzied region while at low health? Or was that just a rejuven to a swift mend? That may have been just a rejuven to a mend. Asuma does not have any bleeds, but does have cooldowns. Looks like they pick it up high early. Does get Alonia out in the open with a kidney shot. Does have a trinket, so Alonia could turn this round onto Asuma. Looks like they're just going to take this opener from Asuma. Not really feeling threatened just yet, as Asuma is unable to get the big fatty crits. Going to be Moonfires. Keeping Asuma out in the open. Quick blind resetting it to Alonia. We're going to be a trinket out of Alonia. This time, Alonia needs to be very, very careful with their health. Definitely needs to pre-wall the next stun by the rogue. They're going to have to get aggressive with their defenses or get aggressive with their offenses. Try to see if we can thrash the rogue out, as that is going to be a advantage out of Asuma. Trying to make sure they can maybe get an opener onto Alonia as soon as they're out of that bear form. Used to catch the feral unaware in cat. Gonna be Alonia letting himself quick bear form into a fleshcraft, coalescing a full shield around them. Again, without a trick, it could be very, very good situation for the rogue. Could be very deadly for Alonia. It's gonna be a resident trick. It does have a varsity for it. Is it gonna be enough? The cheap shot against Alonia. Back to back of instance coming through with an evasion. Alonia does have a pre-wall here. Trying to see if they may be able to get a clone onto Asuma. Looks like unable to. Cheap shot around her. Yet another clone. It is gonna land. No clock shots for the rogue. Does have a trick into really wanted to. Not gonna burn it just yet. Has a Shadow Blade. It's gonna be Alonia potentially get himself a reset here. Leaping onto the rogue with a full berserk. Gonna be big bleeds. Asuma trying to see if they can survive. It needs to give himself a reset if at all possible. Needs to find a way to deal with the shields. Do they have a sit pick up? It doesn't look like they do. Needs to catch a re-stealth in order to gain himself a shield. Caught a re-stealth for a second. That absorb is gonna absorb a lot of that bleed damage. Trying to go for another Kyrian go. Alonia locked down the kill shot. Cheap shot around. Does Asuma have the fat crit? Needs a crit right here. Does get the crit. Alonia reverse it on him with a shot of Millstone onto Asuma with a bite at the end, closing out the game with the jaws of life, collapsing around the neck of the rogue, wall rolling in Alonia in case the rogue had any other tricks up his sleeve to follow. And Tags is going to be up next. Losing out the armor, no more. The Warlocks no longer have the Demon armor, so no longer will have the Demon armor to deal with the physical damage of Alonia. He's gonna have to get really aggressive. Fear on Alonia, locking him down, gonna ramp up the bleeds. Big death bolt, that's gonna rot Alonia down, and that's gonna be taking him out before the Feral even gets a chance to recoup and recover. Taxi making sure to take him out. I think we're missing somebody on team 2. We have Balos, we have ourselves Vassal, we have ourselves Naya. Oh wait, actually, no, we're not. No, we don't. Actually, it was Jesus and it was Alonia. They played. Okay. Never mind. I thought they bailed, but they didn't. It's just that how fast the game were. And in the 5 minutes, dampening slowly going to start ramping up little by little. Naya, and it looks like actually Tagsy is going to hold on to that intro pet. No, sacrificing it. I am surprised Tagsy did not switch it around. Instead of going for an intro pet, I imagine he would play the imp. With the imp, you could dispel yourself out of the paladin Hodge every single time. You can literally dispel yourself while standing in their stun. Gonna be Tagsy getting hit with a Hodge. Do they go for a human racial? Potentially. Maybe they decided to go against it. Try to go for the interrupt to deal with Naya. Maybe to potentially interrupt them on cast. Interrupt them on a flesh cuff could be pretty good. They're gonna be slow into Naya. Unless they have a hand of freedom, they're gonna be slowed down for quite a bit. Try to see if they can build up some damage. Definitely gonna have a big response versus Tagsy, but will not have a stun to lock him down. Is gonna be able to catch a few flashlights behind the pillar. And Tagsy wants to press the offensive. At least wants to make sure that Naya isn't able to cast for free. Wants to make sure there's a line of sight. The slow on the paladin is just crippling his movement. With the drain life burning and absolutely just expunging that shield of vengeance out of the paladin. Really trying to leave him with as less defensive as humanly possible. Tagsy tried to swing around the corner, blind out of the paladin, could have used that blind to deal holy damage unabated versus Tagsy, was unable to really land it, did get the auto attacks in. Mordecai is sending the paladin in another direction, potentially could be a bubble if they get in a really tight spot. Naya is half health, better be have the finger ready over bubble in case they need it, getting lower and lower in health in case Tagsy does anything at all. Looks like not gonna go for burst just yet, boarding away from Pally before he can reconnect, send up another port, trying to make sure there's plenty of distance between the two. The next Hodge could be pretty big for Naya, but that fear runs him in the opposite direction. Shadow Fear from a distance, drained for everything his life is worth, and Tagsy wasn't able to rot them away. Can they do the same thing versus Ballas? It looks like Ballas and Fassel already, well, Fassel already always been a Demonology. Ballas switching on to the Demonology gameplay. Ballas have played before Demonology as well as other builds, but I think for Warlocks right now, Demonology is a better spec because you're as what is it, as a affliction, as a destruction, you no longer have the demon armor with the armor increase to make it tankier against physical damage. But for Ballas, you're getting 10% more stamina that you never had before. This is the bonus, or yeah, 10% stamina that normally like Destro and Affliction have been able to use with the demon armor. So you're just getting bonus stamina, and you got that soul leech, or you got soul link with your pet. So pet is like what, 20% DR constant, which doesn't matter at all. Tagsy taking a bit of damage. These demons are actually really coalescing around him. No stun by the Felguard just yet. Gonna be the Dark Leg joining in. Massive drain by Tagsy. Using all those pets to drain all his health back up to full. Ballas does go for the Aegis Trinket with a Dark Pack. This still taking damage from the dots. The Dark Leg absolutely just rapture right through him. And Ballas still ticking out, still rotting away, withering away in front of eyes. The Darkness swinging around the corner, trying to get some zaps. Going to be reflect for Ballas, but no, can't really reflect the dots that are already on him. Trying to use the port to maybe catch up Tagsy, but it's just letting those dots rotting away. It looks like Ballas does catch a Mortal Coil. It's going to be a Demon Dog straight in versus Tagsy. Still, the dots are getting him lower and lower in health little by little. Looks like Tagsy does need to go and reset up those dots back into Ballas. Stunned around the corner. Ballas trying to go for a fear, trying to get some back-to-back CC onto Tagsy. That fear is going to hold on as the Dark Pact is protected. Tagsy making those damage, not really break that fear all that easily. Ballas, does he still have dots in here? He still does. What is that, corruption or agony? I think it's just going to be over. And that's going to be it. The dots have done the work. Tagsy just let it happen over time. I don't really know if Tagsy was trying to do it on purpose or it just ended up being that way. Like, was he trying to really rot him down with dots to just hold his CDs or something? Or was he just like, well, I already have dots on him. It looks like he doesn't have a way to catch up to him. So I guess they just win by default. Hopefully Fassel is here. Hopefully we're not going to see like an actual, like an AC. Because so far Tagsy has had a hell of a game. I want to see if maybe Fassel can disrupt that momentum. Tagsy is giving him the opportunity to return. But is Fassel here? I mean, if he's gone, like, there's only so much we can do. And it's very, very sad to see because it's such an exciting game. To end it with somebody getting DC'd is very, very unfortunate. But the show must go on, boys. We gotta keep on going. And it looks like, I think he might not be there. Tagsy's giving him another minute. Maybe like at the 10-minute mark if he's not back by then. Yeah, like if you put some dots and if the dots just do him in before he comes back. Maybe DC'd, maybe away from computer. Yeah, I can't even get mad. Like Tagsy bursts on him, I literally can't even get mad. Right? The show must go on. We gotta get more duels up and running. And Tagsy just wants to get more games in there. And Tagsy does get at least, what, 2 kills, I want to say? It's gonna count as 3. Barely 3. Wait, he killed the rogue and he killed the rest of them. Passive doesn't count. 3 kills for Tagsy, rotting this boys away. Let's get another one up and running, boys. Yeah. Boss is a fascinating person, dude. I like his mogs. That one in particular. I mean, he straight up went for like a diaper baby mog without being a mechanism, so I like it. Looks like Tagsy. Maybe they're ready. Kragar potentially ready. Does Kragar have a cross faction group by any chance? Yo, chat. We might over the next few days. I might actually have to make a community for like EU and NA. I might have to make a 5V5 1v1 dueling community. I don't know why I haven't made it already, but I might have to make a dueling community. And you guys, I'm gonna ask you guys to join it. Everybody that's a regular for 5V5 1v1 duels, or anybody that's interested, join in. The more you guys join in, and the more you tell everybody else, hey, join up the 5V5 dueling community. It's just, it won't be like a real community with like me having to moderate or whatever. It will just be like a thing where we use. So we can build up groups together for 5v5 duels quicker, because you have to have each other added in Real ID or in a community to be able to invite each other cross-faction to make a cross-faction group. Unless Blizzard adds like a functionality where Premier Group custom PvP and you can make a group yourself. And they add like a cross-faction group. Unless they can do something like that, we'd have to do a community in the virtual chat. Yeah, the capability takes 2 days to figure out what race of Warlock should be, and it was working. I hope you like it, Aura. They look fantastic. Let's get tags and let's get Cracker in here next, boys, yeah? Let's get them up and running. I also gotta go and post the stream on I still gotta do a YouTube post about this. Man. Let's see. I want to see if we actually can get a cross-faction group up and running, boys. That's what I'm going to see first. Did Cracker get himself a cross-faction group by chance? Because it could work. So, it worked for me and Seavark and Briar. I asked them to make a group. Misclick? I gotcha. I asked Briar and Seavark. They were very, very nice enough to take 5 minutes out of their day to help make some groups. They both made cross-faction groups. So, Seavark was a Horde with an alliance. Briar was an alliance with a Horde. And the 2v2 cross-faction groups worked. I am hoping it works for... That's a lot of rogues. I'm hoping it works for 5v5 1v1 duels. I guess we'll find out. As soon as we see a group and you guys are a little bit different from one another, I'll be happy. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. Alright, boys. I think we got the groups up and running. Waiting for the next group up and running. Yeah! The Twitch. What do we got? Looks like Team 1 is about the same people. Awesome. Switching out to Cheat Death this time. It's gonna be interesting. Tags on Affliction. We got Fed. We got ourselves Unlucky. Then we got ourselves Kib over as a Night Elf versus Team 2. We got ourselves Aerodori as, ooh, Assassination Rogue. I like it. We got Phoenix as an alliance. Greg as a Horde. We did it. Boys, it's here. It's here. Cross Faction is finally in PvP. I mean, it's been there for rating. It's been there for duels. I mean, 2v2, 3v3, RBG. It's been there for raids, dungeons, but it's finally here in the best game mode of World of Warcraft ever seen. The 5v5 1v1 dueling arena. Look at that. The Alliance and Horde banding together as one team. This is what I wanted to see, boys. Zip is going to be first up versus Kib. Zip last week has just melted, boys, with that Night Fae assassination. Are we going to see the same burst out of here? Kib most likely expects it. It's going to be immediately Zip trying to see if he can zip out of there. As the Night Fae, going to be Kib trying to see if he can punish him with a bit of Void Bolts, letting the dots roll on him, letting DPs do work. Kib is looking to get himself the full Necrolord burst as Shadow Priest, as he's going to try to see if he can make sure he got himself shields. Is that going to be Megalomania for him? Looks like it was just a normal Void Eruption instant cast. Sab by Zip. It looks like he doesn't have any more dots on him. Going to be stunned by Kib. Trying to see if he can summon up the extra dots and the extra pet versus Zip. Zip trying to get some calm points. I think he's trying to have himself a big go. Cloaker Shadows versus Kib. Greater Fade out of Kib. Potentially could see if he might be able to burst him down through Disperse. Probably going to be Dispersed out of Kib. Trying to see if he can surround this Night Fae burst. Going to Zip with the Vendetta. Kib does not seem Disperse long at all, but looks like the dots have been absorbed inside of that Disperse. Looks like Kib was not able to get any health out of that Vendetta, out of that Sepsis, but he was able to at least counteract it. His health didn't move anywhere though, so potential Zip could use the remnants of the Vendetta to continue the burst, continue the sustain, continue the pressure versus the Shadow Priest. Or can the Shadow Priest manipulate the situation to turn around into their favor? Still holding up to defenses. Looks like they're going to go for a bit of a PI with a Vampiric Embrace, trying to go use offensives in order to stay aggressive versus Zap. Going to be a blind into Kib. Could trick it if he wants to. Does he have line aside of Zip? Looks like the Rogue is going to be allowed to dive back into South. Kib most likely wait, looking for the eyes. Just like, you know, maybe I could pick up some eyes, use the cooldowns, and use my trinket a little bit more selectively. Not really take the bait out of a Rogue CC immediately. We'll see how it goes to see if maybe saving off that trinket for later might end up helping him out more than getting aggressive versus the Rogue. We'll see how it works. He does have himself the Great Fade back up. Looks like he has himself Shadow Fiend, Eruption, Void Eruption being PI and Vamp Embrace are not available for a bit. He will have a Disperse for every single burst versus Zip. Does Zip ever go for Sepsis without Vendetta, or is he going to try to see if he can combine them together? Open up with the Growth, looking to land a kidney shot onto the Kib. Looks like actually he's going to get some dots. I don't think he's going in. He's just trying to stay in. I think he's just trying to spend energy to potentially get Vendetta back up. It's going to be Zip taking a bit of that dot damage, does get himself a resell. I think trying to go for a Sap at the Kib, but I think it was super DR'd. Kib, I think, is going to get aggressive with this Rogue. I think this Rogue is literally going to wait until the next Vendetta. The eyes have both been used up, and it looks like it's just really just a game where we're going to have to wait until Zip decides he wants to stay in, open up, and stay in there longer than possible. Does have a Cloaker Shadows coming back up. If Kib can maybe go for more damage, he might be able to make summon work out of this. potentially is going to get a stun with a fear onto Zip, trying to see if he gets some dots in it with a wood eruption. If Zap starts to see if he gets so aggressive, he could eat one of the sword bolts. Does that have Cloak of Shadows in order to try to avoid them as best as he can? Going to be the Shadow join in. Kib is going to have to disperse this. Is going to disperse all this burst out of Zip. Zip, is he going to be able to continue the pressure right after? Looks like Kib survived it, but the Vendetta is still on him. Zip does not want to stick around long enough. Looks like Kib trying to see if he might be able to Shadow Crush him around the corner. But Zip trying to see if he can maybe escape combat. Is going to get a cheap shot versus Kib. And Kib with the Vampiric Embrace PI trying to see if he might be able to counteract a lot of damage. Zip trying to go for a kidney shot, but it's going to be very, very hard. The Shadow Feet is going to be on the Rogue. He's not going to be enough to keep him in combat, though. Kib is going to have to, I think, wait out until the Crippling Poison is off him. Evasion is up for the Rogue, trying to see if he can avoid some of the physical damage. Stunner to Zip does have a trinket for it. That's going to be still, I think, dots on the Zip either way. Blinded to Kib, does he trinket it to try to see if he can take down Zip? I don't think he wants to. Or maybe he wants to, but I don't think he's gonna. Maybe the shield falls off of Zip. He does have dots, does die behind the pillar. Maybe that's where Kib can push up. Zip is still gonna have maybe a dot or two on him. It is gonna get him out of combat, out of stealth in combat. I think the dots are completely gone, so if Kib wants to get aggressive, he's gonna have to burn Great Fade. If Kib wants to get aggressive here, he is definitely gonna have to burn some kind of defenses just to dodge any CC. Name of the current song, I Got You Lofty. How you doing, by the way, my guy? Hard to survive sepsis when you have no defensive CD. True. Impossible, in fact. Because sepsis is a lot of damage. I know that not a lot of rogues nowadays play sepsis or Night Fae as most covenants, but like a lot of you guys don't know that it's really, really good. Like it's, especially with assassination, because it's a poison, it affects all the benefits of assassination. Plus the tier set, Giga buffs it. That's what really makes it cheesy. Really, really cheesy. Zip taking a bit of dots. Kib trying to see if he can catch up. I think Zip is just a master of escapes, man. Especially against the Shadow Priest is just basic. I mean, you're a class with not a lot of mobility. There's only so much you can really do to catch up to a rogue. Cloak of Shadows for Zip, trying to make sure he gets to a clean reset. But now that he doesn't have a cloak, he may have played his hand a little early, actually. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Cheap shot onto Kib with a kidney shot. Zip trying to go for Big Vendetta. That's going to be a dispersion. Trying to counter that. Sepsis does still take a lot of damage. Kib still under a bit of pressure. Needs to go for CC versus Rogue. Going to be a Void Eruption. Does he catch the Rogue? Going to be a Fear. Does not get caught by Void Eruptions, but could still potentially be dots versus Zip. Does not have a Vanish anymore. So this is where Zip committed everything he needs in order to try to see if he can fight Kib. Does he have enough here? Going to be a somebody threw down a Resonant Trick, and I think it may have been the Shadow Priest. Smoke Bomb, the only thing keeps Kib and Zip Zap away from one another. Does catch a reset for a second with a Zap and a Kib, but the dot's still burning on him. Zip is going to have the dots getting him out. Kib does let the Rupture take him out. Going to be a cheat death versus Zip. It looks like Zip is just done for the game. He knows, he realized that it happened. He realized he went for the cheese, and the cheese did not quite pay off, as Kib does end up killing him. 6 minutes into the duel, 7% dampener. I believe in you, Shadow Priest. That one he didn't win. He barely won that one, because I feel like with a rogue, as long as you play it super clean, there's no way you could lose that one. But Kib, he has dispersed. It does hard counter a lot of the assassination bursts. At fastest as assassination, you may be able to get Vendetta up at a 1.5 minute CD, but there's always a disperse ready for it. So he is a hard counter class. Gonna be Kasian Bitson PS. Kasia. I'm gonna call it Kasia. Is that fine? Kasia versus Kib. Outlaw Rogue going for a full kidney shot. I think with a gouge to follow. Gonna be Kib potentially under a ton of pressure. Gonna be a full PI. Trying to go for a water eruption. Gonna be a trick out of the Rogue with a pet join in. Kasia might have to go for a Cloak of Shadows here. It's gonna be a horrified right out. It's gonna be a horrified breaking. It's gonna have to burn a Cloak of Shadows at some point. Does go for a sipping cup, I think, as a Kyrian. Cloak of Shadows coming out. Kib better have a defense ready for him. Get a shot by the Rogue. Does he go for any kind of defenses? Does Kasia play that full cooldown reduction out on the Rogue, or does it play for the between the eyes Rogue? That is my question. Kib trying to see if he can stay aggressive versus Kasia, trying to stay on him as best as possible. Kasia is still able to land auto attacks through Kib. That at least keeps Kasia out in combat, unless they try to go for a reset. Unless they try to turn off the auto attacks, they're just going to keep themselves in combat. If anything, I guess they do keep Kib slowed. So that is an advantage for the Rogue either way. It looks like Kib is going to have to back up out of it. Hopefully Blizzard at some point will be able to fix the whole auto attacker through the pillar type of deal. I know that Owl Rogue got that noodle arms, right? They got that extra reach, but like reach it through a pillar, reach to the permanent object? I don't think it's a good idea. Gonna be a horror effect. That's trying to go for a kidney shot. Looks like double horrified by Kib. He was able to avoid a lot of the kidney shot burst. A lot of the kidney shot go by the Rogue. It looks like Kaisa tried to see if he can go for a bit of a reset. Shadow Crash, I don't know if it has hit him. They do have some kind of a buff from Kieran. I'm not really sure. I think they got the biggest pick up to give himself a bigger heal. Gonna be a stun with a pet joining in. Keep getting interrupted. Needs to get the rogue out in the open so that the pet can actually just do some damage. So it looks like this is gonna be exactly what's gonna happen. Kim trying to see if it might be survive. This burst is gonna be gouged, but it looks like the shade is on. Guys, it is doing quite a bit of damage. Is that gonna be enough? It is not enough. That is gonna be a sipping up join in. The mage is swinging around just say hello. As Cassia is about to catch himself a reset. Kim trying to go for a bit of a heal. Gonna be Cassia showing the card and playing themselves out in the open. They're a little too early. As Kim is gonna hit him with a Shadow War death. Erupted it onto the rogue's face, consuming him and taking him down into the void, I guess. You don't really get to go into the afterlife or Shadowlands 2. Gib might be under a ton of pressure. Gonna be Cracker up next with the reflect. Doesn't reflect the stunner back to himself. Might have come for disperse. Gib is under a ton of pressure. Cracker hasn't even bought this Necrolord burst instead. It's just rampaging over Gib with that recklessness fear. He's gonna be able to circle out of it. Gib trying to see if he can keep himself alive with a PI. As well as a impending victory. It is an impending victory. It is the breaker base. I'm so bad at my words, so bad at my abilities names. Gonna be VT up and running. That's himself a little bit of a transfusion. Trying to see if he can use that offensive in order to turn it into heal. Maybe get a fear and horror effect onto the Cracker. Looks like he was able to avoid it for just a second. Kim is still somehow in the game. But looks like Cracker is gonna be able to slam him down with feed. Coming up next with Cracker, go for the tricky quick pummel versus the Demon Hunter is gonna hit him with a fear. Demon Hunter does still hold on to a trinket. Cracker is gonna bail out of that completely. Try to see if he might be able to get himself a full Fleshka shield rolling as he had the Bard Hell dissipate at the last second. Definitely is going to have to go for that enrage regeneration really early on. Definitely needs to get himself that impending victory as soon as possible. Zerk Rage is not available in order to break out of the imprison. It looks like Feed is just going to go for a bit behind the pillar. Cracker does use all that rage in order to give himself as much self-healing as possible. Feed just flying up in the air. It's going to have a demon spawning in for him, so at least you'll have someone to kill and gain a lot of health from. Cracker, be very, very careful with the demon. That is also going to debuff Cracker and make him do less damage as well. Cracker tried to go for, looks like a proc of recklessness, but is unable to really maximize any value from it. Unless he got a heal right now, I think it might be over his feet. I think might be able to take him. Cracker tried to get himself a little bit of resources while Disarm is on Demon Hunter for a moment. It's going to be Demon Hunter chasing after him. Has all the damage, all the pressure versus Cracker. Unless this warrior gets some kind of a heal right now. Looks like he does get himself a heal last second. 32% dampening. Does get a charge to see if any more healing from it. Looks like the Demon Hunter is going to be able to keep him warm, burned down over time. The Demon Hunter just had to put up the heat a little bit with Immolation Aura and just give Cracker a bit of a hug and just hold on to him. Just hug him and just let the moment happen. Eventually, Cracker, unless he got himself a big heal, unless he got cooldowns, there's not much you could really do, especially at 35% dampening. Phoenix trying to see if he can catch up to Feed. Alliance versus Alliance joining this duel. Gonna be Feed going for the quick prison. Try to see if he can dip out of there. Definitely needs to get some kind of a proc versus Phoenix. Phoenix. I want to call him Phoenix for some reason, like Phoenix Fox, but I think it is Phoenix. I think it is Phoenix. I think I'm being silly. Call you Phoenix. Gonna be a stun onto Phoenix. Try to see if I might be able to do it. Ava Maria is a real name, but we're gonna go with the name Phoenix. But it is Ava Maria on their paladin. Or maybe I could do Ava Maria. Maybe I could somehow convince my brain that, hey, use their name right, dummy, because my brain doesn't really do well with that. I'm really bad with names. Gonna be interrupt onto Phoenix. Might be in big trouble. Gonna be the flash gun. I just called the Phoenix. Gonna be ways up and running as Phoenix trying to see if they can maybe survive it. Gonna be the bubble as Feed was able to force out a lot of cooldowns out of the Paladina. The Paladin trying to see if he can survive and recuperate a lot of that survivability. Looks like they didn't have real wings. That was just a proc wings. Phoenix still under a ton of pressure. Could be in big trouble. Stone has a chicken for him, but looks like Feed does have the final slice in the end there. With Aerodre, trying to see if it might will take him down. Gonna be the Demon Hunter flying up in the air. Got himself that out for advantage as they're up above the Rogue. Unless they use maybe immunity here, they might be in big with trouble. Feed needs that Necrolord Demon to proc. Try to see if he can stay aggressive with the Rogue. Gonna be the Rogue going for that blind, but looks like the Kevin Slime is still on the Rogue, I think. Feed is gonna have to trick it out of the Sepsis. That's gonna be big burst. That's some immunity. Who's just gonna immune that Sepsis? That is a Vendetta on the Sepsis. With the stun on Regenerator after, does have a trigger for it. Feed needs to use whatever defenses or whatever offenses he's got in order to try to see if he can deal with the Rogue. Both of them are super low. The Rogue does go for a disarm with a Shadow Meld, with a evasion. It looks like Feed is going to try to see if he can back up out of it. Does not want to give the Rogue an opportunity to catch a reset whatsoever. Definitely needs to go for a stun on Rogue as soon as possible. Try to see if he can get the Demon to proc. The Demons are just not procking whatsoever. 10 seconds, he can fly up in the air again. If he can keep the Rogue out in the open, he might be okay. The Kevin Slime is continuing to spit at him, though. So the Kevin Slime is actually doing work. Feed, unless you get another stun, I think it might be over. He does have a trinket, but the next stun and the next dodge by the rogue could be really bad. Flying up in the air, trying to see if he might be able to force out a team, but that is going to be 2 free hits on Rodri. Rodori better stay behind the pillar, not to get pelted from above. Does have a blur back up, does have a metamorphosis, so Feed can actually make a play. Stunner to Rodori, doesn't have anything, going to be the demon spawn again, and it's going to be explosive. And Rodori has just a few dots on a Feed, just hits him from so far away. With that foul rush, doesn't even move him. And looks like Feed does take a 3-0. As the man does swoop in out of nowhere, just taking the kill, barely surviving. Dude, Kevin, bro, is actually a bro. Kevin lasted there for so long. Was Kevin just swapping over and over and over? Was he popping off back to back? We got to get Cracker and Johan in here. Gotta get a tags in here. Someone's got a 5-man as well. Yo, Chad, these duels are starting off strong. I'm loving them, dude. I am loving these duels. Yo, this is so fun. Cross-faction working is my favorite part. As Fendi gets to fight against Feed. Alliance versus Alliance. As a face it goes Hordes back to back. Okay. So, Kragar, same party one more. And Johan. I gotta get you back in here. Kevin MVP, dude. Kevin did hold off. He did keep the rogue out of stealth. He did hold the fort for a little longer just for the demon hunter to recuperate some cooldowns, keep the rogue in a bad position, unable to dive back into stealth to get himself a proper reset. So that was nice. Did they get buff demon hunter or something? No. Just Feed is Feed is a monster. He just look at your Feed. His name is Feed. So my question was, is he gonna feed or is he gonna be the one getting fed? And it looks like he's the one getting fed. At least that game. We'll see. Maybe the cards, maybe the tables, maybe the turntables will happen in the next round. You never know. Man, he was getting my ass all the time. Yeah, it was. It was very, very difficult, dude. Kevin was a pain in your ass for sure. I'm surprised that Kevin was up for as long as he was, honestly. I am amazed that Kevin was up for as long as he was. Because I felt like he wasn't getting that many demon procs and Kevin was just out constantly. Made no sense. Alright, I got the pin. And then tomorrow, boys. Yep, tonight is EU. Tomorrow is the boys with NA. Enjoy the duels. If y'all want to join in, yo, if you guys got questions on how to join groups, I can share it right after this one. Looks like we've got 3 groups, rotating people. Anybody and everybody's welcome as long as you're playing EU, because today's EU, tomorrow's NA. Please Saturday as NA. Ragnarok tomorrow. Come back. We'll be there for you with Chill Pills, hopefully. With Steve Ark, with Chicago, with the regular boys. I've never seen a Shaman and Hunter. You mean tonight or ever? Because it definitely happened before. They've definitely been around. Yo, can somebody hop on the early Shaman? Can we get my boy Tasty back? Let's get another weapon running, boys. Aerodori over on team 1. We got Fetty. We got a subscriber going to be first up. Charging out over to Alonia. He got himself a hell of a matchup to start with. Going to be Thorn Sons of Alonia as they're just rotting down Krager. What is this dot damage? Krager, my man, already feeling the pressure as the Pharaoh is throwing him in a hurricane, trying to see if he catches him a bit of a reset. I want to introduce the rest of the Team Rogue or Team 1, but Krager, we gotta see if this man survives the fight with a cat. He just found a wild animal out in the open, trying to see if he can charge back over to Alonia. Definitely needs to give himself damage and healing. Looks like he's going to go for damage. Going to be the wall for Alonia. Trying to see if he might be able to wall up the offensive of Krager, but it looks like even wall is not enough. Krager, if he can get himself back-to-back hits as the wall is off, Alonia does get himself a big emergency healing. Is that going to be enough, though? That's going to stun into him. It's going to be tricking out of Krager. It needs a root to separate from the warrior. This is going to be over. With the next Krager does end up slamming out the Pharaoh, taking him down onto the ground. Pharaoh's face hits the dirt, and the boy. Oh, where are you, Alonia? Where are you? I love you, Alonia. That was just so much. Alonia, my guy. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out something about this Warriors, because that was through wall, and Krager was literally a rampage through you. Through the wall, my guy. We're gonna have to figure out something else. I know the Pharaohs are generally pretty good at PvP, but damn, dude. Fury Warrior got that overwhelming damage. Once you get the ban, and once you got the recklessness, it looks like Jernarm trying to see if it might be able to make it happen. I hit my stupid name hard, my guy. Jernarm. There we go. Trying to see if he might be able to make the Spear Warrior. Going to be Krager trying to use defenses in order to live. There's going to be Jernarm using the same defenses. Try to use that in Rage Regeneration. Definitely going to have to go for a self-heal. Does this man play stun? Does he play Impending Victory? Looks like he plays the Avatar. Tormented King's legendary. So he's hoping to maybe make himself an amateur proc. I think Krager there is playing that Rampage Siegebreaker, which is a lot stronger than single target, especially when you get in the procs. Both have played proc builds though. Krager trying to see if he might be able to make that big proc go with a Reckless Abandon. Could be execute range for Jernum. Does survive. He definitely needs himself a heal. Does get himself a Warlock Helster from Ballas for a quick second. Trying to give himself a ability, but it's not going to be enough. Krager just gives a Rampage and throw him. Just mixes this boy up. He's got him the axe to chop him off. He's got him the hammer to mush it all down, dude. My man, gonna be boss up next. Trying to see if he might be able to overload Krager with a flurry of demons. Can Krager escape? This does himself reflect. Gonna be able to reflect 1 true blast out of the main tyrant. Fearing all the pets. Gonna be a charge towards Ballas. Does pour it out of there. It looks like Krager is looking to maybe get some heals off of these pets, but not trying to fight Ballas while the big tyrant is out in the open. Ballas sending out those pets in. Gonna be a lead by the warrior. Ballas does himself a port in case he needs to. It looks like he's ready to go for a port again. If Krager is gonna take too long, just blast it about with Demon Blast from afar. Gonna be a banner up and running. Krager does burn a trinket to get out of that stun. He's expecting for Ballas to go for a leap. I think it's gonna be fear into Ballas. I think himself a shield. Actually, that sphere lasted for quite a bit. Ballas does have a port in case he wants to disconnect. Can Krager reconnect with a leap? He does have a leap. Trying to see if he might be able to get himself a charge towards Ballas. Does go down the ramp. That was the weirdest charge pathing, honestly. Mordecai sending Krager away with a fear. Does have a Zerker Rage to break away. And it's going to be a leap to follow right after with a port for Ballas, going for a massive mobility with a gateway. I didn't even realize he got a gateway set up. That's going to be the obelisk. Does Krager take it out? It's actually not a bad idea to try to get it out, take it out as soon as possible, because that's getting power with the pets. It's a totem. It'll take like 1 bloodthirst and it does go down. It doesn't take long at all. Definitely would take it out, but maybe Krager is keeping it there so the boss does get some sort of advantage in these deals, some sort of break. Krager does go for a big old flash guard under the bridge. Ballas, I guess, did not have a pet stun in order to get that interrupted, but also didn't have maybe his own stun as well. I really do wonder what kind of PvP towns these boys running, and I would love for them to add like a UI so you can see what PvP towns they're rolling, so that we could see it, right? Because it'd be interesting. So we can see if they're running a different build. Otherwise, all we can be is observant. Tyrant loading up, and that's going to be Krager piecing out onto the bridge. Is going to chill. Let the Spets chase after him. Let the Tyrant just go for a run. But he doesn't really want to fight Ballas while all his pets are empowered. That's a bad idea to do in the first place. Either you want to wait out for the pets, or you're just going to CC the pets instead. I guess if you're in that kind of situation, but it's only if you have a fear. Stun onto Krager as more pets to join in. The obelisk is still down. That's a lot of Demon Dog is still charged out towards Krager. That's Ib's second position to just go for a barrage. And Krager looks like he's been able to survive a lot of this burst so far. Ballas, does he have a port? He does have mobility. Does Krager have a way to reconnect right now? Because Krager has defenses coming back up. Actually has full defenses with a trinket rolling in very, very soon. He does have recklessness. Potentially could have the banner. Ballas just used mobility. So he might be in a situation where he might not be able to go do much in order to escape. Krager does send out the Mordecai with a fear. Shattering throw versus defense. So Ballas looks like Krager was able to maybe make a dent in those, but it's hard to tell. Ballas hanging out by the gateway. Does he go for the gate? He definitely should have some sort of ability at this point, right? Gotta be the banner. As Krager, I think, is ready. He does have a leap ready to go, maybe? He does have a leap ready to go. Ballas, does he have a port to escape him? He does have a port. Does Krager have the leap? Looks like he might not. He's just gonna have to rush over to Ballas. It's gonna be a stun trick inside of it. Gonna be Demon Dog is charging in. Ballas on the execute range. I think it could be really bad for him. Does have a way to break away with a soul shape to try to use that for mobility. Krager needs to catch back up to him. But looks like Ballas is doing a fantastic job just escaping the Fury Warrior. And is gonna use the port in order to get himself back on top. He most likely has a cooldown back for the port, so he could use that. Does Mordecai reflect back? The Mordecai on himself, and that's so delayed though. What was that delay? Does have a port maybe a little early. Krager just needs one leap or maybe one charge. But Ballas does hit him with a slow very, very early on. Is going to get himself a fresh new pet in case Krager's working down the main Wrathguard. Krager doesn't even worry about Wrathguard that much. He's really just hitting just because there's no one else to hit. As Ballas does go for the Aegis, and it's going to give him maybe some defense on his Krager in case he has like a Cosmic Trinket, maybe. But this warrior is all physical damage. Maybe just the Fire Fury. Even though it looks so fiery, it is still physical in the end. Gonna be Jesus up next as the warrior charging out versus Krager. It's gonna be swapping out as an Unholy Death, which I think does have a better advantage versus Fury Warrior. It's gonna be Zip Zap just gripped in. Cracker is going to disarm as the A-bomb limit's going to be clawing at him. Stun onto Cracker, did not reflect for it. That's going to be Army that had joined in. Cracker better have all the defense in the world. Will not be able to fear these pets whatsoever. That's going to be the big A-bomb joining in as well. It's going to try to see if he can turn up the heat versus Jesus. Jesus is very susceptible to physical damage. It looks like that's exactly what Cracker is going to do. Just not focus on the pets. Going to focus on the Death Knight instead. Does cut him off with a leap and a charge to intercept Jesus. And the execute rage does go for sacrifice. He might have to sacrifice the main pet. Might have to use every defensive. He has no health whatsoever. He can't even heal. He's trying not to sacrifice his main pet as best as he can, just letting that ghoul transformed do as much damage to Cracker as possible. But Jesus might just have to do it. Fear onto Jesus. The necrotics are still on him. Does sacrifice the pet last second with a lich mode. He used everything in the Fury Warrior Cracker. As long as the dampening isn't super high up, could just continue trucking on until eternity. With Joe still going to be up next, dropping down. The Resident of Cracker sees it, bails out of him immediately. That is full wings and a trinket. Cracker just looking to escape the wings out of Paladin as best he can. Does he have a disarm? He does have a disarm. Joel could trinket if they wanted to. He's going to go for Shield of Vengeance, just throwing out the hammers of the Cracker. That is also going to be a procs from, I think, Divine Toll. So must be playing Kyrian. And Cracker's just still avoiding him. Has he got himself on a leap? Potentially. No, I think he's just trying to avoid that Shield of Vengeance. Now that it's broken, he's getting back in there. Back-to-back rampages, back-to-back bloodthirst. He's just not really giving Joel the opportunity to recover as he's just shrinking down little by little in health. Cracker does catch up a little bit of health. This is an opportunity for him to maybe get a big proc. Jolstin might have to bubble this or Blessing Protection. Definitely needs to have an escape route as well because he got in the open with Cracker. Unless he can stop the shattering. It's going to be out in the open. That's going to himself a big immunity shield. Playing that tank in defensive. Is going to try to see if he can escape, but that's a banner up and running onto Cracker. And Jolstin got nothing left. Oh my god. This man right here just popped off in his glorious fury action, and look at the healing this man did. 1.2 million damage, already a monster. 1.5 million healing. Fury Warriors are just on a whole nother level, dude. Whole nother chatness right there. Damn. Yo, if you haven't checked out Fury Warrior for PvP, especially as an Necrolord, you might want to try it. It's doing pretty good. I can say right now after the Zilla, it's doing maybe kind of okay. Maybe kind of okay. Alrighty, boys, let's get it up and running. What's up, Tay? Hey, how you doing, my guy? Hey. What you doing, fam? You watching the duels? You watch the Kraken just pop off? Goddamn, boys. Yeah, who got a group, boys? Who got a group? Johan played versus Krager. I think we gotta get Tags in here unless he doesn't have a team. We gotta get Tags another chance in here, though. I gotta figure out which one of these I'm on. 149? Almost 150, boys. Almost at 150. Pretty cool. Warriors has a healing spec. I know, right? Yeah. I'm glad the Blizzard gave him a proper healing spec. Fury Warrior. Except it's a healing, you know. Do we love that Fury Warriors can heal that much, chat, or do we hate it? Be honest with me. Be honest with me. I'm available if group is looking for someone. Anaheim, we could get you in here. Yo, Tagsy, Johan, Cracker, let me know how you guys are doing on groups, by the way. Let me know, boys. While I get some tweets and all the good stuff out of the way. Let me see. I'll do that. Cool. Alrighty. Ready? Looks like Tags isn't ready, so I guess we gotta get Johan back with Krager again. Tags, let me know if you're ready or if you're going to be joining Johan's or Krager's group. By the way, boys. Demon Hunter need third spec, range Demon Hunter. So, I think it'd be cool to have a range Demon Hunter. I just don't really know, like... So, like, a range Demon Hunter borrowed so much from a Warlock. I just imagine it'd be kind of like another Warlock. I just can't imagine Demon Hunter doing more than being another Destruction Warlock, right? That's just me, man. Maybe if somebody comes up with a cool idea of like cool abilities for range war or range demon. I don't know, man. Do we? I guess like we could use more range classes in the game. That's not a bad idea. Just having a hard time thinking about like what would a ranged demon hunter look like? How would it play? What kind of abilities would it have? You know what I mean? By the way, whoever said we don't have enough shamans in here, you haven't seen Huge Butt Man. And he's here now. And he's here to play. Let's go, boys. Magic-oriented one. Like a magic-oriented... I don't know. I feel like they were designed with double DPS in mind, and they feel fitting for a double DPS. I don't think we've ever seen a demon hunter that's like a caster demon hunter in like lore and stuff. So I have a hard time imagining something like that. I'm not against it as long as it's cool. But like if you were to say like, oh, just take like half exposed and terminal range, I'd be like, that's not cool enough. I wouldn't want that in the game. I'd be like, I find it silly. But something cooler, better. Crossbow of Diablo. So I feel like that's a Diablo demon hunter, and that should stay in Diablo, right? Because it doesn't seem like a World of Warcraft thing. Like if they started crossing things like that, at that point we're gonna have an Overwatch hero or like a StarCraft hero. Which I guess like we do have like space and technology together mixed with magic and Warcraft already, but like I don't want to see a Marine or a Zergling in World of Warcraft at the same time. You know what I mean? I want it to be a Warcraft thing. Some crossover for like an event, cool, but like a whole class, I'm just not. I guess it's just me. Maybe I'm just like, maybe it's like I'm an old man and I don't like change. You know, I'm not gonna deny that. Maybe I'm just a boomer, chat, right? Switch. The other more people I haven't tried it at all. We got ourselves another team with Aerodori, with Fitty, we got ourselves Krager, Zip, and we got ourselves Kaisi. It looks like Zip is the first one up and running. That's why this duel took a second. These boys have been in stealth for an entire minute as Galush, which in Russian means backwoods. By the way, I love your daggers. I gotta get myself a pair. Oh, they look cool. I wonder how cool they look out of stealth. They look absolutely kind of neat. I love that, like the black and white going up for it. Or is that a yellow? It's hard to tell. It's like very, very dimmed color, but also in stealth, so it's really hard to tell. We got on that team fast, we got this huge buttman. Jesus, it looks like Glush does end up fighting out Zap and hits him with a sap. Gonna be a resident chicken. Does he burn a chicken? It looks like he's gonna be big carry burst, and the rogue does stricken him with a cheap shot. Does have a cheap death cheap shot after, which is Glush. Glush does go for a disarm. Zap might have to go for a blind. Does the rogue trick in this? It looks like he does not. My goodness, that was a lot of burst out of the subtlety rogue, man. Oh my goodness. Does open up with a cheap shot. Zip, does he go for the big go? Looks like it's gonna force out a trick in with a cloak of shadows out of Glush with a blind, but looks like the dots still run him the rupture as well as the Garode, but maybe he might have picked up it because he is a Kyrian. Kind of hard counters it. I don't think he even needs to burn a cloak of shadows. I think he'll just trinkets to pick up immediately and then remove everything. That would have been nuts. Glue does go with the kidney shot. I think Zip tried to go for the cheesy play. It is commendable, but there's only so much you can do. Like unless you force out a trinket out of the blind out of Glue shot, this is tough. Also, you need to get the opener too. It's a very chess match between rogues. Whoever gets the opener has an obvious advantage. So Zip played it as well as he could, but it's just like once you burn enough cooldowns, like there's no way Glush can lose basically unless he makes a mistake. Gonna be kidney shot out to Kragar as Glush goes in for that Kyrian burst. It's gonna be Kragar trying to see if he might be able to tough it out with an enraged regeneration. Quick leap and a charge versus Glush is gonna be hitting with a fear. They're quaking in their boots. Oh, those daggers look great. Those daggers look awesome. I got a good look. I want them. Are those the elite ones? I want to get them now. I am getting them. Wait, are those the casting ones? Those might be the interlock daggers. I still want them. I might just grind out the Conquest and the Honor just to max them out. I think I'm doing that, chat. I think I'm doing it. Glush trying to see if he can survive. Krager gonna be cheap shot. Krager got himself the big banner burst. It's gonna be Glush with that Kyrian set him trying to see if he can continue the pressure. Gonna be a quick disarm by the both of them, and Glush and Krager just slapping each other with slap fight. We're slapping each other harder. I think Krager got them big meaty hands, so I think he's actually able to get a bigger punch in there. Glush trying to see if he might be able to live Krager, but there's nothing left besides a vanish. Unless they get caught out right now. Looks like they're okay. Got himself a sippy cup. Good thing Krager and Fear Warriors just don't come with a bleed, right? Imagine if they had that mastery bleed like an arms warrior. How good would that have been? Maybe even too good. Would have helped him out tremendously for sure. Krager trying to see if he might be able to get a whirlwind versus Glush. Get a shot by the rogue, trick it out of the warrior. It's gonna be Glush trying to see if he can go for a big carrying burst. It's gonna be resident trick under Krager. It's gonna take the damage. Sounds good for a heal in between them. It's still holding on to defensive. Might have to use it. Massive heal. Glush catches himself super low and does escape and try to see if he can first aid him out. Krager, if he leaps on top of Glush right now, if he leaps, or gets him out, he could potentially have it. Kragar is kind of lowish on health. Could maybe go for flesh cap. Glush has a trinket. Glush at least does not have a resolve trinket with him or resonator anymore. So no more grenades. Kragar try to go for enrage regeneration. Try to see if he can survive the back-to-back eviscerate. Just a limit. Just give himself a bloodthirst seal. Another one right after. Or I think one of them was a impending victory. And that's going to be one more healing. While the rogue does not have an evasion, this is an opportunity for Kragar to maybe make a play and score the kill. Smoke bomb by the rogue. Leaping in. Glush trying to go for a sap. Shadow step to try to see the shadow step juke. Flash got down for Kragar. Looks like Glush is just letting it happen. He's just going to recuperate some cooldowns. Not going to get super aggressive with Kragar. Waiting out for the invasion. Does he have himself the Sippy Cup back up? I think he's playing the Sippy Cup build with the Pelagos too. Potentially. Can he shout into Kragar? Does he do enough damage to break through the shield? As a flesh cut is still up on Kragar. Looks like it is getting whittled down little by little. Gluch is trying to go for a bit of damage. Does go for a shift to slow down Kragar substantially. And Kragar is struggling to catch up to Gluch. They're both out attacking each other through the wall. Looks like Kragar finally able to get some damage. Kyrian burst coming out for Gluch. Does have evasion for it. Does not just lock down Kragar while evasion is up. Kragar opportunity maybe to heal. Might be able to impede victory past the evasion potentially. Doesn't have a way to break out of the next skinny shot. Gluch did so much damage. That was substantial output. It looks like Gluch did not even need to stun Kragar. Just popped the evasion and just trucked him down. Back to back eviscerates, shadow strikes. Most likely playing the tier set. So it's getting even more shadow strikes with even more eviscerates. Just absolutely trucking him with a Kyrian burst. Absolutely taking him down. With Kaisa going to be up next as an Owl Rogue versus Gluch. Got himself a quick sappy. We're at 6 minutes. 7% dampening still rolling in. Does Kaisa trinket this? That's a resonator trinket. You might have to. It could be a potentially bad situation. Big burst out of Gluch. Try to see if he's surviving. Disarm. No, Kaisa with no help whatsoever in Gluch. I think this way you gotta go for a blind immediately or something. You have to go for a blind. Or if you know that Gluch doesn't have a trinket, which Gluch does not. I don't know if your addons can tell you. Maybe addons get messed up with the 5v5 duel part. Right? Once there's more than 2 people, it maybe gets bugged out. But if you know he doesn't have a trinket, this is where you just trinket yourself, CC them, turn it around on them. But being an Owl Rogue, can you actually burst them that hard? I think you have to be Venthier with a 100% crit Lego. Or just Venthier with Dreadblades and you might be able to do it. And Resonator. Maybe then you could do it. I don't think Kyrian Owl can burst that hard. You could do a lot of damage, but it's more sustained based build rather than a burst build. But I don't know. But at this point, Gluch does have a trinket back up, has a vanish, has a cloak of shadows. Aerodori is walking into this duel fresh at the 7-minute mark, 30% dampened. We'll see which one sees the other first. It's humid as hell where I am. Dude, it's actually pretty humid in my room too, Celtic. I live by like in North Carolina area, like a swampy area. There's a lot of swamps, a lot of wetlands nearby. It's beautiful during a tornado or hurricanes because it just soaks up all that water, so we don't get the major floods. But outside of that, it's just humidity. A ton of humidity, dude. It is uncomfortable. It is very uncomfortable. In my room, even if it's slightly warm with humidity, it's not an enjoyable experience. Suffocating tonight? It is pretty bad in some places, isn't it? Yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good. Maybe getting an invested dehumidifier in the future might not be a terrible idea. Did drag class like really bad? I don't know if it will be. Disarm onto Aerodori, trinkets out of it immediately with a condition to follow. Gluch got himself a perfect go. Aerodori trying to go for a trick. Oh my god, them eviscerates. How do you live that? How did you survive that go? Cheap shot by Gluch. It looks like it is going to be able to take him out. How do you live that? You live with like 1 health. You live with like a pinky's worth of health. Are you kidding me? And Gluch trying to see if he could dive back in the cell, trying to knife Fenny. The opportunity to take this rogue down is going to be Wake of Ashes. Looks like he might have gotten the rogue back out there. And Fenny taking cheap shots back to back. That is eviscerates. That is quite a bit of damage. Gluch trying to see if he might be able to escape out of this blind by the rogue onto the rogue. Does Fenny have enough damage? Trying to see if he can take down Gluch. Does going to go for an evasion with a reset. Was that a vanish? That might have been a vanish. I think Fenny might have gotten an auto attack there a little bit too early. Did your final wreck hit the rogue, by the way? I saw you hit final wreck, but it looked like you tried to hit the rogue, but also yourself. Kind of like not super on top of the rogue. Just make sure to get him in the splash zone. Did it connect? Is picking up eyes. Is getting stunned onto the rogue. No way out. Does Fenny have enough damage here? Potentially, if they get a good prog, there's going to be Resonator. There's going to be Gluch. Escaping it at the last second. Get a shot at Fenny. Does have a trick out of it. Could potentially go for Blessing Protection. Unless it's a big eviscer right there to end them. Bubble is going to use this set. I thought you bubbled already. For some reason, I thought you already bubbled. That's a Blessing of Protection. Can Fenny catch back up on health? Next get a shot is going to be deadly. Next stun is going to be deadly. Whoever gets this next stun wins the game. Blind or defending. If Gloosh waits too long, Forbearance is going to give Fanny a blessing of protection and it's going to give him out. Get a shot. Doesn't get a blessing. Unless the visitors come through. Potentially. Oh, visitors did come through. I think it was maybe seconds away from Forbearance to be up. And Gloosh went in for a 1v5. We got to give that team a go. Gloosh may have to be put on the back line. It was a cleanup duty. But that man went for a big 1v5, big eviscerates out of that guy. How big of an eviscerate did he get? Anybody capture the details? What is the hardest eviscerate he got hit by there? Because that seemed nutty. That seemed really, really strong. That seemed real good. Yo, Han, ready to go? I know you're ready. I know you're ready. Yo, Taxi, are we going to be getting another team? Or are you done skipping for the night, my guy? Or are you doing RBGs? Because then I've been grinding. By the way, I've done RBGs as an alt. Really, really fun. YOLO RBGs is super fun. Very, very fun. Really easy caps for the weekly. RBGs are insane. Cracker, try to put a group together. Let's go, boys. We'll give them an opportunity. Maybe Taxi as a group. Maybe Taxi is doing them RBGs. We'll give them a second. New guys, party ready. Give me a second then. Give me a second. I just want to get myself a YouTube post. That would be good to go, boys. Just a quick YouTube post would be good to go this evening. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, I think we're ready. If anybody wants to make another group, by the way, you guys are more than welcome to. If y'all guys are interested in making groups, you're more than welcome to. What's up, Mirat? How you doing, my guy? Super happy with the drag theory. I think they look pretty cool. Hey, chat. I know the drag theory. One thing I see the criticism of drag theory is they look too slender. They don't look bulky enough. They don't look vicious enough. Give them a sec. Give Blizzard a chance because they said there's a different version of drag theory, a bulkier one with like they have a lot of faces that look kind of like young, but they have like some ancient faces, older faces. Like I got a little bit of that like beard. Think Caligo's type of face. They said they have stuff like that already as a preset. They just weren't able to show up all the presets, all the customizations during BlizzCon. And if anything, at least they're very, very receptive to feedback. Like they've been doing a lot of changes based on feedback. So give them a chance and then give the feedback in the world. I think they heard a lot of that feedback of like, they don't look bulky enough. But remember, they said there is a bulkier version. So just keep that in mind, right? Just keep it in mind. Maybe it'll look better. Like, hey, if it looks too wimpy, we can all agree, like, hey, it still doesn't look that great. But if it looked good, it looked good. You know what I mean? We'll just have to wait and see. Just keep it in mind. Unless you've already made up your mind that you don't want to play one. I'm excited about Drag Theory. I'm excited about Voker. I'm interested in how they're going to do the blend of a class and race. Maybe it'll be done really, really well. Remember when Demon Hunters came out? There were like only 2 specs. And we're like, well, it's kind of weird. Why don't they get a 3rd spec? I think it worked pretty well. I think the 2 spec thing worked because it fulfilled the Demon Hunter fantasy. Could Demon Hunters get a 3rd spec? Sure. But please don't make it a Diablo Demon Hunter. That's a Diablo thing, not a WoW thing. I think it'd just be weird, right? Would I want a class of crossbows? Yes. Would I want a Demon Hunter from Diablo as a class of crossbows? Not specifically. I think they could come up with something cooler. Unless they're gonna start like, unless you really want for World of Warcraft and like the StarCraft and Diablo to like start mixing and matching things. I guess that could be neat, but like I personally wouldn't want it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. What's up, Matty? I do my guy, my man. First, Death Knights are fun and awesome in Mythic Plus right now. They're really good. Yeah, they're really, really good. But that's just my opinion, chat. You guys are more than welcome to voice your opinions. I'm interested to see what you guys say. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. That's not the word, that's not the law, or nothing like that. Demon Hunter for Diablo would benefit more Demon Hunter Fantasy to DH. You think so? I don't know. I think Demon Hunter Fantasy, I think Illidan, right? I think Illidan is the poster child of Demon Hunter. And he had the glaives, he had the demon form, everything. Think like not just World of Warcraft, think Warcraft 3, the RTS games. That's what I think of a Demon Hunter from World of Warcraft. I don't think we've ever seen a Demon Hunter in WoW with like crossbows and stuff. Ever. But maybe there was like some obscure character that I never heard of. Yeah, Illidan I think is the poster child. So like, he is the Demon Hunter incarnate. The first one as far as I know. Maybe there was somebody before him, but I wouldn't even know, honestly. Switch. We got ourselves Sojiro coming back in. Oh, there's a Fury. Last time Sojiro played as his arms and actually survived quite a bit. We got Huge Buttman over for the team too. What is that mog? What is that mog? What is that? I like the shield. I like how low poly the shield. I like that it's a smiling lion. Is it me? Or does that shield look funny as hell? Try to see if we can get himself a big Stormkeeper. May it look a little funny. I like your pants though. I like his shorts. I still feel like that shield is a little funky though. That's going to be Sajuro with the Aegis Trick and trying to reduce a lot of the big burst damage on a Huge. As Huge is playing that normal Stormkeeper build, not playing the Lava Burst build. Light the last one of Sajuro as he pins him with a spear. Huge better have an escape out of this one or try to get a juke to get a heal. That's going to be Sajuro just popping off cooldowns with that Kyrian. It's going to be a big knockback haymaker by Huge. Does get himself a pretty big value CC there with a knock. Going to be healing surges. Can Sajuro overpower him on those heals? Or is Huge Bottom going to be able to stabilize right here, right now? Has a reflect. Huge not looking to attack him immediately. It's going to pop a slow on him and is going to be able to break away with Ghostful for just a second. Still under a ton of pressure. Still under a ton of aggression by this warrior. Still trying to see if he can escape somehow. Light Lasso is going to be able to let him make that breakaway. Has the knockback in case he wants to do that. Oh, it's going to be a root. What is that root? Did you just root him? Wait a second. What was that root? Hold on. Wait. Do you play that Earth Shield root thing? Is that a PvP talent? That was new. That was absolutely new. Lava Burst flying out. Huge does rotate with the Earth Elemental. Looks like Sajuro. He's just going to focus down the Earth. A huge button is trying to give him a better target by putting himself out in the open. He's going to pop a wall. Ashes get hit by the spear. Get interrupted on nature. There's going to be a free flash card. I see where he does need himself a little bit of survivability. That's going to be an attempt of Sajuro. Try to see if he can Shadow Throw. I don't know if the Shadow Throw completed. It was hard to tell. The sun was in my eyes. I was lagging. Literally got any other excuse besides not using my eyeballs. Sajuro taking a bit of the zap damage. Stormkeeper really flying in. That's going to be Sajuro trying to go for a bit of defensive. How did you get that charge on a Huge? You were right next to him when you got a charge. How was that a charge? You were next to him. I guess he dropped down off the side of the platform. I guess the game is like, okay, there's a pathing if you take you around the stairs. What was that? That was actually kind of insane. To think about it. Gonna be Huge, eating a lot of damage from the blade, so try to see if he catch a heal. No more problem buys as your looks, he got juked. Huge could go for a much healing. That's gonna be a spear as the warriors just try to see if he can rot him down, just drop him down before he can finish the cast. Absolutely fantastic damage output by Sajuro. Huge trying to make his best of a play as he can there. Jesus is gonna be what looks like up next with a frosty chain of ice onto Sajuro. Try to see if it might be able to control him. It's gonna be a blind on Sajuro with the remote winter coalescing with the fury of the A-bomb limb join in. Does he have the big uplifts? Try to see if he can make a play. Silence on Sajuro with the grip to follow. Try to see if he can continue the pressure. Sajuro does have himself maybe one more defensive. It's gonna be Aegis stricken. Trying to reduce some of the frosty damage from Jesus was the shadow clawing damage. It looks like he might have been able to stabilize versus the fury of Frost. Sajuro just living this, but living on the edge still, kind of still low on health. Maybe just gonna give himself some procs to take him down. But looks like Sajuro may have been able to barely stabilize it. Looks like he's getting himself a bit of healing. The impending, the commanding shout is falling off. Does give himself friends and reach on Jesus. Try to see if he can cut it out. Blaze-Storm does free Sajuro from his bonds, and the Spirit's gonna keep Jesus in place. Could go for an Dark Pact at this point. I was going to say IBF, but that was used really early. Jesus potentially could maybe go for CC. Does he have a blind back up to Sajuro? Does have a Remorseless Winter stun, but he doesn't really have a way to catch up in heals. Definitely going to have to go for a blind on Sajuro if he wants to just continue to kite him. He has cooldowns going back up very soon. Maybe he just waits out until he gets the pillar with a blind and Remorseless Winter just go again. Potentially could have a go. Sajuro does not have a trinket. You better go before 30 seconds are up though. So it really depends on the cooldown of his You're just messing with that guy. You're just messing with that point. It's going to be able to chain of ice and slow him down completely. Definitely needs to have a blind for the next go versus Sajuro. Definitely he needs to have a blind. Try to see if he can avoid him. While Reckless Abandon is up. 10 seconds. Jesus, you better make a play. You need a bit of a setup to make your play. That's going to be tricking out Sajuro immediately. Unless you can somehow force a trick out of Sajuro without, before you go for your burst. Does force chicken. Remorse Winter could do it. Wait, Jesus. Oh, Blade Storm is going to stop a lot of it, though. Jesus, I think it might be done for the couch. Trying to see if he can Death Strike right through. It's going to be Silence Sajuro. Maybe he can get another Remorse Winter. Does get the Remorse Winter, but it's a very short stun versus Sajuro. Trying to see if he can flash cut behind the pillar. Did survive, though. I did not expect for him just to go for Pillar Frost and just burn Obliterates and get a lot of Obliterates into Death Strikes. Obliterates into Death Strikes. So at least he was getting himself resources. So at least he was healing. He did use it kind of well, actually. did get a bit of damage with Sajura either way. Sajura does have a big defensive backup that's going to be Reflect up and running versus Jesus. I think reflecting the Chain of Ice at him. Yeah, at least attempted to. But Jesus with the Death's Advance basically immune a lot of the slows on a fairly short cooldown. And Jesus better sacrifice the ghoul whenever possible. That goes up and down in health. If Sajura can execute it before he sacrifices, that's going to be all that healing you lose. Did he kill the ghoul? Wait. Did Jesus just miss his heal? I think Jesus may have missed his heal. There goes the spear. Gonna be Jesus walking out of it with just AMS? I thought you needed to also use impending victory, or not impending victory. I thought you also needed to use Death's Advance in order to get out of it. So you're trying to see if you can Blaze Storm away from the burst. And Jesus is going to be a short stun as he goes for the Kirin. Aegis Stricken is going to try to help him cover for a lot of the Frosty and Shadow damage. Jesus trying to see if he maxes out the burst for Sajura. It is going to be a death pack for Jesus to follow. Just trying to stay as aggressive as possible. Sajura looking for a mad recovery. Got himself lots of healing. Impending victory together with regeneration. Absolutely just healed through the burst of the Frosty Death Knight. Hitting him with a Fear to follow right after. Has him in a close execute range. Jesus has a full bar runic power. Whether a Lichborn could potentially death call himself back up to full at 9% dampening. Isn't Death Call still better than a Death Strike to heal? Potentially could be. I want to say it's better, but Jesus does recover a little bit of health. So far he's actually been able to stabilize a little bit. So you're trying to see if he maybe go back up and maybe land a charge versus Jesus, but Jesus at least able to burn a lot of that runic power. Why are you Death Calling him? You're trying to range him. So you're just trying to see if you can back up out of it completely. I was gonna say maybe Sajura could go for a Flesh Cup, but he is not a Necrolord. He is a Kyrian. So maybe we can get himself a Sippy Cup. Wait, why are you picking up the eyes? Wait, why is the Anton gripping him in? Is the Anton just like, go fight him already, please? Just fight him. Just kill him already, please. Well, Sajura's at least get himself a full reset. Jesus get himself a full reset. Maybe these two will just meet each other in the battlefield in the middle. Just throw all the cooldowns and see which one survives at this point. Because both of them have gotten full resets, full recoveries. Maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe they may message each other, be like, you know what, let's just throw it all down. No pillars or nothing. Just really hugging the pillars now. So maybe that contract hasn't been established just yet. I think it's just at some point, you're just going to have to be like, you know what, I have everything. I'm just going to throw everything to Jesus. Dampening should help him out, because Jesus does have quite a bit of healing as a Frost DK, but with that dampening, it is going to be quite heavily hindered. Blind of Sajura does have a trick for you. Jesus is going to walk out of this burst. Sajura is trying to see if he can get himself ramped back up. Jesus is going to give himself a grippy hand, but he's feeling kind of bad right now. Actually, not looking all that good. Doesn't have a lot of defenses. Doesn't get himself a short stun for Sajura. Sacrifices the pet in the execute range. Could be really bad. Sajura trying to see if he can break right through him. Jesus does get himself a dark pack the last second. Going to be Sajura. Does have plenty of health. Jesus has no health whatsoever. Cannot really heal much at all. With that Deathborn out, with that dark pack, necrotic it out a good portion of your health. It looks like Archie bailed out. I was gonna say we did lose one on team one, but I guess Archie decided, you know what, with that high dampening, I'm probably not gonna be able to do much here. Stunner to Sajura as we finally see the first death of this duel with the Frost DK going down. That's gonna be a Vassal. Actually, no, second death, because prior to that was actually the Shaman. Prior to that was actually Shaman, huge Buttman. Vassal going in for a trick at really early on. As Sajura does go for fear on all those pets. There is still an obelisk right next to him though. So those pets I think are going to get empowered. Vassal just charging out right next to him. Is Vassal playing that Necrolord? He may be. Shattering Throw versus Vassal. Sajura does get him low in health. That's going to be AoE stun on the pets as well as the Warlock. That is going to be a reflect for Sajura. But it looks like he wasn't able to reflect a fear at the right time versus Vassal. Stunned Sajura for last second at the last minute. Potentially Vassal could go for big Demon Bolts. Does he have enough damage? Needs himself Demon Doggers if at all possible. Demon Doggers with a Demon Bolt might do it. It looks like the Demon Dogs just did it all by themselves. Vassal does end up taking them down. So Anton can actually get a chance to play with Alonia and Glush and Vassal over in Team 2. Potentially Anton could go for 1v3 unless Vassal shuts him down right here. He's going to try to go for a Shadow Bolt with a Drain Life right after. Shadow Fury to follow as the pets are trying to join in. Going to be Army of the Dead coming back up for Anton, summoning the pets from the ground with an Apocalypse. Vassal, it could potentially maybe turn this around somehow if he has a mobility, but I think it's just over. Anton just needs one more claw at him, two more claw. What? Actually, maybe no. Hold on. Maybe Fleshcraft? Fleshcraft to recover? Does he have more CC? I don't know if he has a Mortal Coil, but maybe Mortal Coil could save him. Does get interrupted on Fear. I think it's over. Maybe Demon Doggos? Potentially, at least he was able to chunk out a good portion of Anton's health. Or maybe Alonia can finish. Alonia could have came up to him, poked out a stealth. Just came out of form. I think he was trying to say hello for a second. Does go for a berserk. It's going to be mad. Bleeds on his Anton on 30% damage. He can't really heal through it much. Does he have a pet up and running? Where's your pet at, by the way? He's going to have to probably summon a new one. I think he sacrifices the main pet. Might have to go for a dark back here in order to give him more health, but Necrotic himself out. Is going to be gripping out Alonia back out in the open. This is going to be an extra ghoul join in. Anton, where's your pet? His pet was attacking wrong guy. Oh no, Alonia does get stunned up by the pet. Maybe the pet and the death that can just coalesce whatever damage he's got. Because so far, Anton did plenty of damage to Alonia by himself. Oh! What was that burst out of nowhere? Your pet wasn't even in the game for like a good portion of your own burst. That was literally just the death and himself fighting versus Alonia, and the pet joined in for the execute, bro. What was that? Anton is a monster on a whole nother level. Like, he is the monster. He doesn't just summon monsters. Gonna be a fresh new pet join in. Get a shot onto Anton. Glue's trying to see if he can take him down. Does Anton have anything here at all? He needs to stun summon anything whatsoever. Chain of Ice to the rogue. He got nothing left. Glue's just gonna take him down. Cracker charging out his last man standing over in team 1 versus Glue's. A bit of a rematch, but Glue's, I guess Glue's is walking in with not a lot of defensive or offenses down versus Cracker. So it's more or less in honor, even honor duel, but he doesn't get the proper opener. Getting onto Cracker with a Resonator Trinket is going to stun lock him in there. Cracker does go for a leap, try to escape the Trinket. Does get to do it successfully. Charging out towards Gush will not be able to go for a Shadow Step versus him. And Cracker needs to catch back up to the Rogue as soon as possible. Does have the advantage to give him mobility. Glitch needs to jump off the side. That's going to be a trick out of Cracker. Glitch, I think, trying to go for a Shadow Step if at all possible. Does Cracker leap on top of Glitch randomly unless he picks up the eyes? Does Glitch have any dots on him whatsoever? Looks like he got himself a sip pick up. Unless Cracker just goes randomly leaping. Is looking for the eyes. Trying to stay proactive, but Glitch recovered a lot of health. The Rogue still has evasion. Look at Shadows. Not really going to do much with Cracker. Big Kyrian burst with Cracker, who has nothing left for this. Maybe a commanding shout to try to live through it. Does disarm the Rogue. Potentially could give himself a bit of healing. It is going to be potentially commanding shout because he's going to take a load of damage. He has himself in petty victory as soon as possible. Using a lot of borrowed health. That is going to be a Battle Master Trinket, giving him extra health. Flush Cap. Let him recover. Glitch has a Trinket in case he wants to. Does not get himself a proper re-stealth. And Cracker is going to at least give himself a decent shield, but eventually that Bard health is going to be gone. Does rotate the Bard health from the Battle Master Trinket to a commanding shot, so he's still living on that Bard health. Maybe that'll give him enough opportunity to wait until he has himself in Rage Regen, which he does get back up. He is going to go for Rage Regen, maybe leap towards the Rogue, does not find him. Glitch does dive into Shadow Meld and catches over reset. Cracker tried to go for the leap with a Whirlwind. It's going to go for the first aid, and Glitch is waiting for that kidney shot. Cracker does not have anything left here. Glitch, I think, got everything. Does he have a Resonator? If he hasn't a Resonator, it's over. But Kyrian just might be over. Is that enough? Cheap shot. Eviscerate. Oh, Cracker catches a heal for a second. Does he have enough to come back here? Disarm onto the Rogue. He does need another heal immediately right now. He gets disarmed. I think it's over. Leap away. Fleshcraft. Anything. Oh my god, look at him. Leaping towards the Rogue and maybe get a heal. Oh! Oh no, it's so close, boys! Oh my goodness! Oh my god, bro! That could have been anyone's game. Maybe the Warrior could have come back at the last second, dude. Man! Congrats to the both of them, man. Very well done. At the end, dude, my commentary just unraveled. I just want to hit it with a whoo! Oh my god, dude! Rooney got a group? Hey, Del. I got LTPD today after 4-hour camp session. I don't know what a TLPD, but hey, how you doing, Rowan? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. I don't know what that is. Hey, IDK what that is, but I hope it's a good thing, and if so, congrats. I have no idea if it's a good thing, but I'm just trying to cover my ass. Chat, let's get another one. Ready, same guys? Cracker, I know you're ready. Do we want to get, do we got anybody else? Or Johan is still running the group? Watching the stream. I have no idea what you mean then, Ruined Blade. What is it, TLPD? Unless it's like PD. Time lost, yo! That's huge! Let's go, my guy! Hey, that's awesome. I didn't know that's what you call time lost proto. I always called the time lost proto Drake, man. I always said the full thing. It's such a good name, you say it out loud every single time. Yeah, it is time lost proto. What's up, Ruin? What's up, my guy? Fast is lucky he didn't have an A, otherwise, sorry, lucky that he is not on an A, otherwise they will all just target his pet. True, CBZs. On an A, they do target pet hard. You know it from last week. You know it. from this morning's video with Chicago. I just saw the depression in your face. Funny guy, let's go. Alright, yo, that's all good, my guy. Let's go, boys. Hell yeah. Try to bear group, no one's on. Yo, Soren. Yo, boys, can we rotate some new people? Get Soren in there, one of those. You rotate, get some new faces, new fresh people. Cross factions enabled. So I don't know where you guys would list your groups. I guess you would list them in RBGs, right? Maybe. You would have to list them somewhere where you could have cross faction groups. Maybe we'll list you guys in like raids or something. Maybe. Might have done a place where people are not signing up for groups immediately. Might have done something like that. Because RBGs last time we listed there, we got some dudes that didn't know what a duel is, even though I think it had a name. Stuff like that happens. Might be. Okay, do we go back? Hey, Poisoned. I can't join your group. But, thank you for the invite. I cannot join your group, though, so I'm going to have to hit decline so we can get another little going. But I appreciate you. I love you, beautiful. Okay. Do it up. What's up, Vegan? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Hi, Vegan. I'm Dad. It's like a Google knows what GLPD is. I like the Google. Oh, yeah, Google knows. Google knows. Google knows more than it should. Let's be honest here. That's awesome, the Rune. Congrats on your timeless proto. I still got to get that myself one day. Okay, Re. Hopefully we don't get in the Grand Arena. I like every other arena except for the Grand. I wonder if we can now do the new arena. The Crucible Arena. The Zerimorty Arena. I wonder, because you may be able to, chat. What do you think about the temperature on RBG live? That'd be fun. Like a duel? Or just like RBG and just like stream that. Spectate on RBG. I think it'd be kind of fun to spectate on RBG. I think that'd be kind of hectic of audio, but I think it'd be awesome. Does anybody do like competitive RBGs with streaming and stuff? I would love to join that in the commentary. I think that could be very exciting and very like interesting. I think it'd be impossible to keep track of all the players because that's 10 people you gotta fly around and track. But yeah, Rick has to join. Poison Shiv. That's all good ruins. Yeah, so I'm not doing making the groups. The groups are gonna be Johan and Kragar. I guess it'll be an LFG. Yeah. Is what's playing Dispatcher Zero hauled off? I think it is, Zippy, dude. Cross faction is amazing for endgame content. I say it is, man. Unless you're looking to do 2s arenas, it's a lot of hour works right now. But then again, what expansion, what season has there never been like one spec, one class, one team style composition that's like the strongest that's been to the top? It always says, I guess. It's a lot of RMP right now, a lot of Battle Rogues right now. But besides that, in arenas, it's pretty fantastic doing cross faction. Don't work. Okay, I'll go again, Kragar. I'll go again. No worries. We'll eventually get it working. I'm gonna ask Johan if the group is all good to go. Because said MB, like my bad. No idea what's going on. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out, Johan. Is it maybe like, is the group? Oh, it's good? Okay. Leave all queues and we will try in 30 seconds. We are gonna try this. Leave all queues, if any, and we will go again in 30 seconds. Alright, yeah. We'll just try it like that, because sometimes it bugs out where we can't just queue us at all. Any Necrolord Affliction players popping up in these duels yet? We haven't seen a single one, Kershaw. I would love to. If Tagsy could figure out the math behind the playstyle, then I think we could do it. I think we could see it. I haven't seen a single one tried. I know that we have a Warlock. I'm so bad with names and I really wish I remembered it. But he plays an Orc. He has like a little hoodie usually, like a little cowl. And he has like a Necrolordy stuff. And he's been an Affliction Necrolord with a Drain build for the longest. That's the only guy that I've ever seen play Affliction Necrolord in these duels. And actually doesn't do that bad when he can get the Drain, because it's really difficult to do. It's really cheesy. But it does work when it works. When it works, it works. But it doesn't work all the time. Try again. I would love to see an Affliction Warlock Necrolord try in these duels. I think Affliction Nightphase is way too good, especially with that survivability with Drain. But I would love to see somebody at least try it once. I think it'd be amazing. I don't know if we will, but that'd be cool to see. Personally, that'd be cool to see. Although my boy Arhi, by the way, love you Arhi. Hopefully you'll get a chance to play. Daddy show us all the done in PvP. I have a guide on that game. Also, I got 2400. We streamed our grind to 2400 if you ever want to watch it. But if you're saying you want more footage of me playing Outlaw, I don't think you do, because Outlaw is like disgustingly good right now, and I think everybody will be like, another Outlaw rogue, they're dime a dozen. And just what happens when my spec is all of a sudden became good in PvP. Which, I mean, I'll take it, like, I'm happy, but like, everybody hates it now. It's whatever spec that's popular in PvP, everybody hates it. So I kind of see how Beastmaster Hunters felt at the beginning of the season. But also, my spec is disgustingly good. Like, playing against some of the Outlaw rogues who are doing some of the cheesy stuff, it's like, Jesus! Like, my rogue is geared for damage, but these guys are really abusing that whole cooldown reduction mechanic. Or abusing it, I don't mean like in a bad way, but like, it feels like abuse. It feels like cheating. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it feels like. Ah, you guys are already going, I'm not ready! Oh, he wasn't ready. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. I got. Alright, switch. I'm coming into this one a little bit late, but looks a huge buttman is already on a ton of pressure from your boy Kragar. Earth Elemental already joined in as a banner comes out. Kragar no longer has the Enrage Generation, but still could maybe get, not Rage Trend, but potentially he could get himself Reckless Abandon. Does get the proc, huge buttman trying to see if he can survive it, does get disrupted on nature, does he have a flash cut to follow up? Or is that gonna be potentially maybe a hex, potentially free reflect? No, he doesn't pop out to heal. That's what he's in reflect, but still under a ton of pressure. I think this man may be down unless he got any kind of defensive, and it's over. My goodness, Elemental Shamans just have it rough versus Warriors, don't they? Anto, oh, not Anto, but it's gonna be Jesus up next with the Necrolord, trying to see if he can just surround Kragar with the army, but Kragar just pieced it out of there, leaping away like Superman. That's gonna be a big old pet right next to him. Wait. Okay, I was gonna say, did Kragar just cast Demonic Circle, but I didn't see that's fast over there cast Demonic Circle. I swear to God I saw Demonic Circle cast, but I thought, wait, did Kragar cast the Demonic Circle? I wonder if anybody in chat watching the vid, if this is a vid, if they'll have like a same. Talk about deja vu, both of them just flash cut on each other. Wow. Okay, but Kragar and Jesus do both get a bit of a reset, with Jesus holding on to the full bar of runic power, ready to go versus Kragar at a moment's notice. Kragar spinning to win versus Jesus. Try to see if he can reconnect real quickly. Reckless Abandon procking out, is able to go for big raging blows, crushing blows to catch up to Jesus. Actually, I think that might actually be a proper Reckless Abandon. Cancel lots of ability. Jesus cannot escape and try to hit him with a chain of ice, but it's barely doing anything for him. He's still able to reconnect every single time. Does go for a leap with another charge. Jesus does go for self-heal for passes more like Hellstone. He's just done everything he can in order to survive it, as Kragar continues to get himself back-to-back damage with a quick disarm as Jesus goes for a stun. Does Kragar have another way to reconnect? He does have yet another leap with a banner freedom of all movement slows from all the roots. He's just unstoppable right now. Jesus, unless he gets summoned right here, I think it might be over. Does go for the death pack. And I think it just seals his fate, as he cannot heal. Dude, Unholy Death Knights are just so susceptible to physical damage. That slow is so annoying. The chain of ice, dude, it is nuts. It is crazy. But I think he needed it in order to try to hold off Kragar, because all the physical damage, I mean, there's only so much you can do with it. Shattering throw by Kragar, trying to see if he can deny Fassel that shield. Gonna be dropping down a Fell Lord, and it's gonna be cleaved down. It's gonna be Tyrant joining in. All the pets are feared into Africa. That's gonna be also the main Fell Lord feared out, as he's trying to protect Fassel, but he can't do it while he's just quaking in his demon boots. He's gonna get a knockdown. Kragar, wait, all this pets actually doing a bit of damage. Kragar needs to get himself a little bit of healing, dodging yet another Fell Lord swing. Does he have another one in him? Looks like it is gonna be another Fell Lord swing, doing a bit of damage. Kragar does go for as much self-survivability as possible. Forensic regen was used. It's also gonna be still Fell Lord getting the swings in. Fassel did use the Demon Bolt there, or Decimating Bolt as an Necrolord, so that was quite a bit of damage. And he did use it. Kragar been not at full health either, so if you can at least catch an enemy kind of lowish on health with a Decimating Bolt, it is amazing damage output. It can have so much of that execute benefit. They definitely did nerf that Decimating Bolt for Warlocks in PvP, so you no longer can get that big one-shot, but it still is quite a substantial damage output either way. It is quite bursty, it's still quite nutty. It definitely can make an impactful play. Fassel, kind of low on health, could be in the execute range, stun into Kragar, as Fassel trying to go for a fear with a bit of a drain life versus Kragar, looking for that recovery, letting that fear last at Kragar as much as possible. Zerk Rage gonna keep this warrior rolling. No, actually lands a pummel right towards the halfway caster of Flash Cat. Gonna be Demon Dog is joining in, but Fassel is in execute range, could be really bad for him. Kragar trying to see if he can swing around him, as it's going to be a full obelisk down. Does take it out very quickly. Shot if you around the corner, doesn't have a place up for it. and it's going to be able to lawnmower down the Warlock. Next is going to be Alicia. Right? Alicia? I like your Mog because you got that full like cool Tyrion rogue thing going on. I really like the look. I really like the simplicity of it. I really like it. What kind of weapon do you have? I know you have a dagger. You look like a cutthroat, but you gotta have a fist weapon or something, right? A hidden weapon somewhere. Yeah, it is a fist weapon. Venti burst onto Krager is gonna get hit with the disarm. The rogue is not gonna trick it out of it. Just gotta stand next to Krager, slap fighting one another. But Alicia definitely has a lot of bursts available for Krager. It's gonna be kidney shot. Potentially could be the big versus Krager. Does play the 100% crit like a version? No, they don't. I don't think they do at least. Trick it out Alicia. Krager trying to see if he might be able to reverse the damage back into the rogue. I think there's no more evasion, but you never know with the Outlaw Rogues. Gouge, Zerker Rage for Krager into a blind. He knows he doesn't want to use a trinket here just yet. The Kevin Slime, though, keeping Alicia in combat, will not be able to catch a proper reset. Does steal Krager's weapons away, though. Gonna start to see if he may be able to give him some big damage. Most likely playing the pistol shot build. Gonna be another evasion by the Rogue. That Dreadblade really let him go for evasion, get through all those finishers, churn out the cooldown reduction to get another evasion versus Krager. You don't have to play Kyrian just to get the cooldown reduction on you. Check it out, Krager, as the kidney shot comes out. Alicia has nothing left here. Maybe there's a perfect opportunity for Krager. Gouge, does Alicia have maybe a grapple to get away? Krager has a charge to intercept the back up. Alicia, unless you get some kind of CC, disarm anything. Cheat death might be able to save you at the last second. Shatter throw for Krager. Krager with a shatter throw cheese. I love it. I love it. How many opportunities do you have to throw a shatter throw and then execute somebody like that? That was just BM on another level. But that was awesome. The Rogue played really well, as best as it could. Man. And finally, Glitch versus Krager, a bit of a rematch, but Krager's walking into this one. An injured soldier just fought through the army of the team too. Fought him back to back, man by man, woman by woman, alliance or horde alike. And now Glitch is the last one, finding him out. It's going to be full kidney shot. Krager tried to go for a bit of survivability with Enraged Gen. Glitch kind of walked at him, backed at him. I think he was trying to deny Krager a charge, so he walked at him and then walked away. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. Hard to tell. 6 minutes into the duel, dampening is not super high, so maybe for Krager this could be still plenty of survivability here. As he's trying to go for a bit of a blaze versus Glitch. Glitch has evasion, has a lot of defenses to work with. Trinket, not available. Krager, that's a reflect. Resonant Trinket, unless you leap out of it the last second. Explodes, unless you have a heal. Does back up a heal. Hold on, he does catch a heal from Glitch. Disarm for disarm. Krager going in for fisticuffs, fear onto the Rogue. Rogue should have a trinket. I don't know why the trinket is just going back up, but he should have had it. Krager does get himself a full banner, potentially big damage, but a blind separates the two. And maybe the Rogue is just going to back up out of it completely. Maybe he can go for Fleshcraft. But Krager at least has himself a full bar of rage. Maybe he could just run over the eyes real quickly. He is going to do it. Fleshcraft as Glitch is going to mount up. Perfect opportunity for Krager at least to catch up. Glitch picking up the eyes. So Krager is denied those eyes. Could have picked up those other eyes. So Glitch is trying to stay proactive. Trying to remove the eyes out of the... That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to yoink another set of eyes. He just wants to make sure he can get himself a reset in case he needs to. So Krager is an opportunity for you to maybe charge out of Glitch. But I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's just waiting. Because now Glitch has a way to just reset, and there's no way for Krager to find him. And it looks like he did give Krager an opportunity to at least get himself a bit of reset. Kyrian burst, big and rage regen on Krager. Try to see if he can live it. Big damage out of the Rogue into a quick disarm. Does he have a disarm of his own? Try to go for a bit of a versus Krager. Krager picking up a bit of healing off of the Rogue. Try to keep him slowed as best as possible. If you can keep him strong and not let him go anywhere, you'll be a fantastic situation. Krager does get himself in rage regen, reckless abandon. Blaze Storm, in case there's a kidney shot coming through. Glitch most likely has a kidney shot ready. Reflect is up. That's going to be Krager trinket out of it. Glitch does not have a blind for it. Does have evasion in case he needs to. Does have a vanish. That's going to be that evasion pretty early on. Krager throwing in a weapon at Glitch. Glitch is going to use smoke bomb in order to give himself a quick escape and get out of there with a first aid. Krager trying to see if he can mount up. Maybe he can go whirlwind onto Glitch. Oh, he's so close. It looks like Glitch decided to go for Shadow Step either way. Krager needs to get himself something for this. Does he have anything at all? Kidney shot? Kyrian burst? Does he live it? Does he big crit out of Glitch at the end there. At that point, you're just hoping the Rogue doesn't crit with anything. Man, well done by the both of them, dude. Glitch played that one really, really well. Very well. Was able to dismantle Krager and take down his quick streak of a 1v5 glorious Fury Warrior action. Somebody had to shut him down, right? And Anta Badana is going to be next up versus Glitch. Drop it down, Death and Decay. The eyes have been all stolen by Glitch, so the Rogue of Faith at least has the opportunity to get himself all the healing in the world, all the resets in the world. And all he can really do is wait. He can just patiently wait for Glitch to come back at him. It's going to take a bit. At some point, he's going to approach him. Eyes are picked up. Glitch is hanging out by the Death Knight immediately. Looks like you're going to be able to Shadow Strike him immediately with the Shadow Blades to follow. To get a shot onto Anton, who is going to bust at him with an IBF, seeing the Resonant Trinket. Stun to Glitch, does have a Trinket for it. Vanish to follow. Let's see some dots. Looks like he has dots and goes for a blinder to Anton. The dots are going to get him out of stealth at some point, right? Definitely. Cloak of Shadows, but he's still pokes out for a second. The pet running in. Death and Decay. I'm surprised the pet didn't hit him. Oh, the A-bomb though gets you out though with the swarm, and there you are. Glitch out in the open. Definitely needs to get himself a go versus Anton, but not certainly possible. He's limited what he can do. No more defensive. Does go for disarm. Trying to avoid the A-bomb as best possible. Look at him just waddle away from A-bomb. You just gotta take the damage to the face. Does he do enough damage with Anton? Massive Death Strike letting the Death Knight catch back up a little bit. Cheap shot to fall yet again. Glitch has evasion coming back up in just a few seconds. Can Anton maybe stun him? Bad getting sacrificed with a big heal for Anton. Needs to keep the slows at a Glitch. Doesn't get a shot on Shade of Ice. Does put dots back on him. So at least he is diseased. And the pet swinging around the corner. That's going to be an A-bomb limb with a stun. Nothing he could do. He played as well as he could, dude. Glitch played that one as best as he could. But man, that A-bomb just caught you out. If A-bomb didn't catch it, that was your win. 100% guarantee. Well done, boys. My goodness, dude. These duels have been excellent. I've been loving these. Let's get another up and running, yeah? Hell yeah. If you guys want to switch up teams a little bit, maybe get some new faces in here, cross-faction is enabled. We got to figure out a way for you guys to be able to invite people cross-faction because you can't do it through LFG. So I guess the only way you guys can really invite him is like if it's a friend on Real ID, right? Where the Kachikan disappeared to. Kachikan is working, as far as I remember. I think Kachikan kind of checked out of Shadowlands a while ago, and he's been playing Classic and working. I remember Kachikan had to bow out after a while because he just needed to work his job. He just got a lot of job opportunities, so he was grinding on it. And then afterwards, I don't blame him for checking on Shadowlands, dude. Hopefully we'll see Kachikan back for Dragonflight. I love Kachikan. I miss Kachikan, actually. I remember talking to him. He sounds like a buddy Val. I actually think Kachikan is a really chill dude. He's really so chill. I miss him. If anybody sees Kachikan, tell him I miss him and I want to talk to him again. I just want to see how he's doing. That's what I love, dude. Doing these duels and doing running the community on YouTube here. I guess could have been Twitch, could have been anywhere. But running this channel and getting to know the community, hanging out with your boys has been my favorite part of this whole journey on YouTube. It has been my all-time favorite. Some of the people I meet, a lot of you are just awesome, but a lot of you I can meet like a chat, but some of you actually get to talk to, get to know y'all as the regulars. It has been awesome, dude. I remember Survival Hunter Dead. Dude, I do remember Dead, but Dead started rolling with the back crowd. I miss Dead, but I miss the old Dead. I don't miss the new Dead. I'm sorry. He started rolling with the back crowd. Miller Palette? Dude, yo, that's you? Are you joining for tomorrow? Milord? Cross factions in the game. Cross factions here. We're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna list groups. We might have to list them in RBGs, or we might have to list them in like a raid or something, because you can't do cross faction on custom PvP, but you could do custom cross faction with like RBGs, or you could do it in like Shadowlands Legacy raid. We might have to list it as a Shadowlands Legacy raid and just list it as like I don't know, multi-core. We'll probably just have to do it like as a multi-core listed and get you boys all in here. We have to use something in order to get you boys in. Oh yeah, man, needs to provide. True. Ready? All right, boys. Yo, I'm enjoying these duels, by the way. I know we got a lot of rogues in these duels, since sometimes it could be snooze fest, because rogues can... There's nothing that stops a rogue from sitting in stealth, but I appreciate the rogues that have been participating tonight. You guys have been made it very, very entertaining. Maybe I'll watch back the footage and be like, you know what? Maybe we should have less rogues. But we had a lot of rogues, but you guys are making it fun. I've been enjoying it so far. And also, thank you guys for being here, by the way. This is the first time we tried cross-faction. Finally. I mean, it's been a thing, like, what, raiding, and then it was kind of buggy for PvP. Then they got enabled for PvP. And then the devs actually responded back. I gotcha. Devs actually responded back when I tagged Halinka, like, hey, can you, like, get cross-faction working in custom PvP? Like, is there a way to, like, work out of Command and War games to, like, enable it, like, is it in the game? And they responded back, thanks to, Leaka TV on Twitter. He also tagged the devs, responding back to me like, yo, it's coming in for war game. And I was like, yo, let's go, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, you come into a very good feature to watch. I saw. I was surprised. I was like, wow. Okay. I mean, it's such a small thing to add cross-faction to war game, right? Into war mode. It's such a small thing to do. But it's big for our community, man. It's huge. Making groups for 5v5 duels much easier. Because you can get your hordes, you can get your alliance boys, or you can mix and match it. It's so great. I'm gonna lean back and see the duels, wait for spots. Yo, after this one, boys, can we open up the group so we can get Soren and new faces in here? Kragar and Johan, after this one, can we reform the groups? Get some new faces, like keep some people that were in, but get some new people as well. So we can get Soren and the boys in here. That'd be awesome to see, man. Okay, I don't know if I saved that one, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. Alrighty, switch. Kragar going. Oh god, what do I do? Oh no, guys. Okay, finally. Okay, good. No, I don't know how I even brought up the UI there. So weird. Kragar going up first versus Feral Beast as a Feral Druid Necrolord. Looking to continue the damage into your boy. Got us a huge Buttman over for that team too. We got Jesus. Atop is Drake, we got a Gloosh, we got us Facile in the back, and Feral Beast just continuing the onslaught with his Kragar. My boy R, he just bowed out of here. I think he saw a Feral Druid, he's like, nope, don't want to do it. So Kragar, Sajiro, Anta, Badan, and Barga are all gonna have to hold. I love this manga, by the way. They're gonna have to all hold the fort here. Try to see if they can fight a Feral Druid. Will this be a 1v5? Maybe. I guess we'll see. Maybe that's why Archie left. Maybe he was like, you know what, this Feral Beast is going for a 1v5. I don't want to give him the satisfaction. I don't want to give him that. Big Berserker to Kragar. Big Blades up and running. Kragar's going to have to find a way to live through it. There's going to be a lot of healing. Defenses are going to have to get used up here. Bastard Kragar. It's going to have to go from Rage Regeneration. Go for the Bloodthirst Thurston in order to see if he can catch back up on health. Definitely needs an independent victory timed at the right time in order to be able to blast through the Feral Beast. That's going to be a big banner wall. Barsian is up, but it might not be enough. This Feral Beast, though, the Fury Warrior. He might not expect what he's going to see here. Bear form still up, trying to play it very, very defensive. Wall is down, but the banner is still flying high. That's going to be a trick out of Kragar. Feral Beast under pressure. Maim to Kragar. Does the Warrior get to reconnect? It's going to be a quick charge towards Feral Beast. Not going behind Pillar. In the execute race, it's just going down. Oh my goodness. That man did not expect this Fury Warrior just to walk all over him like a rug. My goodness. Kragar been outside, he's tracking mud, but he's walking over the fell rug right now, dude. My goodness. I know the druids can be really spooky in 1v1s, but you all just need to play a Fury Warrior into turn it for brain, pump up those muscles, slam your damage buttons, and make sure you get your leaps and charges at the right time. Gloosh took a lot of damage, by the way, from Kragar. As the Warrior just taking that strong momentum into the rogue. Kidney shot, into cheap shot potentially. Oh, the explosion right next to Kragar. Doesn't give him much of an opportunity to really do here. Gotta be Sajura locking down Gloosh in place unless he wants to go for a Cloak of Shadows. Mad damage back into Sajura. Looks like he's starting the momentum. He's taking the page out of Kragar. Taking momentum and just carrying forward. Big damage to Gloosh. Does vanish. Escape with barely any health. Sajura could have just ended it right there. If it were just Blaze Storm in the same direction as he was, I think it just would have taken out. That's crazy. Picking up the eyes, trying to stay proactive. Gloosh trying to go for as much of a sippy cup and a re-heal, reset as best as he can. Can Sajiro potentially catch up to the Rogue? Rogue does have Trinket, Evasion. He has everything, really. Sajiro trying to see if he can get the Rogue out of combat. As he goes for a leap with a charge around the corner. Looks like he's going to try to. Doesn't quite get it. The leaps are there, though. He got plenty of hops. Trying to see if he might be able to crush the Rogue with him crushing blows. Huge carrying burst out of Gloosh. Just to go for evasion here? You could just go for evasion, just burst down Sajiro. Potentially, he could just commit and stay aggressive. Looks like he's not going to go for it. Looking for the reset. Quick shift once Sajiro does leap towards Gloosh. Does he have a charge to intercept him? He does use the heroic throw in order to keep him in combat. Gloosh is still slowed down, but does play the momentum talent, maneuverability talent, in order to give him sprint that removes all roots and slows off him for a moment. Makes you immune to it. Gonna be the spear does lock him down. Gloosh Cloak of Shadows in order to break apart away from the spear, also avoiding that arcane damage. Evasion is up. Gonna be quick fear for Sajiro. Gloosh can go for a trinket. Sajiro's gonna wait out for the fear to stick there on him as long as possible, and is gonna try to get him in combat. Maybe catch a heal from him. Gloosh no longer has any defenses. Needs to go for full stun lock combo versus Sajura. Leaping past the smoke bomb. Is Gloosh trying to see if he can shadow step him. Sajura got plenty of damage, but that's going to be getting shot. Lockdown. Does the rogue have enough damage here? He's hoping he has enough damage. Needs to make sure. Oh, the stun comes out from Sajura. Mechanica is so bad as he drops low. And Gloosh got nothing left. Shadow step, and I don't even know if it's a good idea. Oh, I think he's trying to go for shadow step. Expecting Sajura to have a charge or a leap. He's too big brain. His big brain. The rogue actually played that really well. That shadow step was not a bad move either. He was expecting mobility out of Sajura. Just mobility was not there for Sajura. Sajura was just rushing at him, or maybe he was meant to use it, but maybe the rogue didn't get far enough away. The rogue was trying to plan ahead. That shadow step, if he just didn't press it, I think he would have been fine. Or if Sajura used mobility there instead of not using it, he also would have been fine. There's 3 different scenarios that could have happened, and you rolled the bad one. He rolled the unlucky one. Gonna be Sajura trying to see if he can continue that pressure. That sustain versus huge buttman. He does pop a wall. That is also going to be in rate of Flashcat. Just go last and fell apart with a single shattering throw, shattering those shields, shattering the defenses. Bladestorm out of Sajura. He just continued breaking down the Bladestorm just so he continued the pressure versus huge with that Earth Elemental light velocity to follow. It's going to be Sajura just holding the fort down, holding onto that trinket, clutching it close. Not going to use it just yet. Just holding on to it for now. Wait. Huge is going to get interrupted on nature. Not the worst part, actually. Could still continue on here. He got interrupted, but still fairly high health. So you could still recover. And the charges are coming through. Back to back. Able to maintain himself for a little bit longer. Lava Burst versus Sajura. Trying to continue the pressure. Sajura does get Brawn joined in. For this Brawn, there's Sajura, and then there's the Earth Elemental. So he's got all the pets in the world fighting each other. The spear doesn't quite connect with Huge. But then it's going to be Sajura trying to go for a big leap with a charge towards Huge. Does get knocked back for a second. Huge is able to get himself a little bit of a catch-up on heals. And looks like he should be able to stabilize here for a little bit longer. Does get a lightning lasso. Able to do a bit of damage to Sajura, but also able to stun lock him. Able to cut away from him. Definitely needs to be using the Frost Shocks as often as possible. As soon as Sajura reconnects with him, you use a Frost Shock and you need to disconnect with him somehow. Bladestorm is going to free him from any slows. Trying not to get knocked down by the Earthquake. It is doing physical damage to him. Quick interrupt onto Huge as he's trying to get himself a heal. Does have himself a defensive really soon. Could potentially go for defensive and get himself some healing. How is he doing on mana? We can't really see this man's mana. We can only see his Maelstrom bar, but we do not see his mana, so he may be low on mana. Tricking out Sajura and Huge. Potentially could maybe get some kind of a knockback versus the Warrior. He definitely needs to go for some kind of CC. He definitely needs to do a Hex and Summon Spear. Not gonna let him go anywhere. He's just gonna stuck in one place. And I think it's just out of mana. Drop down a capacity on him for a second. Maybe would give him a bit of a breather, but just wouldn't let him. That's unfortunate, man. That is so unfortunate. Bronzy and a exactly, dude. Braun is actually amazing in Mythic Pluses. Sometimes he's annoying, but in some of the recent Mythic Pluses I've been doing, dude, he's always there. Like, there's a cast going off, no one has a kick. Braun comes in and just knocks the guy back. It is so good. Braun is MVP. Braun, I feel like the amount of times Braun has been helpful, I think outweighs the times have been unhelpful. At least in my experience. I don't know if you guys have had similar experience or not. Faster getting hit with the fear as all the pets are actually frayed into the opening. And that's going to be pets finally collapsing onto Sajura. Fellord around the corner, going for the knockdown into the charge. Mortal and Fassel does huddle onto the big brother of Fellord. That's going to be the Warrior leaping back in. That is also going to be a big old Demon Bolts. Decimating Bolt. In order to get Demon Bolts rolling faster, let's go for a big fort, avoiding that trinket, avoiding the spear completely. Summon Sajura, trying to see if he can max out some damage, but that's going to be the Aegis trinket, give us Sajura a lot of that survivability versus the magic damage faster. Good thing a lot of his pets do physical damage, which can burn right through that shield. But Sajura is going to have to go for a little bit of self-heal here. Going to have to go for sustain. Does go for reflect to reflect the fear back to Fassel. Hasn't been executed range with the wall, making Fassel alive a little bit longer, trying to go for a fort. As he just goes crumbling him down. Good Sajura turn this around and take this duel versus Jesus. Jesus pumping up his pet. That's going to be a big transformation. A-bomb limb. Sajura can't go anywhere. Stun to follow. Does Sajura have any defenses? Does get an AoE stun as his health dips low. Does know he can't really escape Jesus, but he does need to go for some survivability. But as he was trying to get some cooldowns, as he was trying to get some resources rolling in, he does go down. But Sajura using the A-bomb limb to claw him open, leaving the boy on the ground. Is that Antiba down next, or is it potentially Embargo? Embargo is yet to play. Now the question is, does Embargo play Necrolord? Does he play Kyrian? Does he play Venthyr? Oh, I see that she's a Nightfate, because Nightfate technically can work. It does give you a Vendetta. 20% damage? I don't care what class you are. 20% damage is a big increase. Plus Sepsis does a lot of nature damage too. Embargo looks like he's just going a bit of an opener versus Jesus. Again, just don't know what covenant he is. I guess we'll find out in a second. Evasion up really, really early. Just trying to build up resources. But legendary is here too. I'm waiting for big pistol shots. Looks like there's going to be the necro spike. So I think now we know. Kill spree as he's trying to see if he can cleave him and do as well as the pet. There's going to be a flash count as Jesus as Margaret goes in and vanish flash count just to make sure he has some guaranteed uninterruptible shield. Going to be the new pet coming up as Jesus sacrifices the first and summons the new one. Still needs to use defenses in order to deal with embargo. And the rogue going for that maneuverability sprint, not unabated by the slows. That's going to be the army of the dead joining in. Jesus needs to cannot wait out long enough as the Barg swings the corner and dispatches the guy. It's 0 with 3 kills. Very well done. Very well done. Hey, and the answers on all this could deal with Fury. I think so. Yeah, they definitely could do well against Fury Warrior. Not amazing because for Outlaw it's like a lot of physical damage, which Fury Warrior is just susceptible. No, not susceptible to, but rather the opposite of that because it is a lot of armor. But it is still really, really strong either way. It is still very, very strong either way. Alrighty, boys, let's get another up and running. Yo, if you guys want to switch up teams a little, get some new faces in here, maybe get Soren in here, that'd be awesome. Let's do at least one more chat because I've been enjoying these a lot. But let's do at least one more. I don't know if we'll do more after that. I'll see if I'm feeling hungry after that. So my portals this week are 290. All my portals this week 29.76 now. Big push week for me. Yo, Rob, next week is a pretty big week. Next week is a decent week actually. Next week is what, Spiteful? Hold on, let me look. Should be Spiteful. Okay, I can't look it on this guy, but I think it's Spiteful, and I think it is. No, it's not a good push week. It's necrotic. Like it could work. What's the go-to spec for PvP? Joe, I'd say there's a lot of good ones. Aldo is really, really good. Hi there, took over Button's group. Sounds good, Aldo. Hey, how you doing, my guy? Let's go. Atho, the group's also cross-faction. I don't know if you want to list them in like anywhere like rated BGs or get some dudes that are Adam on Real ID if they want to join in. But Atho got a group, boys, on Alliance, but it's actually cross-faction, so Atho got a group. I just wish they added like a custom PvP so you could queue with cross-faction and do cross-faction groups, but you know, it's okay. Joe, hey to my guy. So, Outlaw Rogue is really good, Fire Mage is really good, Frost Mage is good, Demonology Warlock is okay, Fury Warrior is really good. I think Enhancement Shaman and Elite Shaman can be okay. For healers, Holy Priest. And maybe like Rest of Shame better. Restagers are pretty decent. Holy Pads are pretty good. But I think there's nothing beats Holy Priest. Which is sad. I was expecting. I'm expecting for Owl Rogues and Holy Priest and Mages to get nerfed soon though. I'm expecting for everybody to get nerfed. Ready? Alright. Let's go, boys. Yo, you got the Sharkhound? Wait, is that the red one? Hold on. Is that the red or purple one? Purple is huge, but is Antorin? Charhound. Red one, right? Yeah, it's a good one. That is a good one. Purple one, I think, is special. No, so purple is the Glory of Argus. So actually, purple is less rare. This is a rare one. Let's go. I always thought purple was the more rare one, but I guess the purple is like, yeah, purple is less rare actually. Dude, these mounts look so good, dude. Dude, I love the model. I know it's like the bat, but it looks amazing. That skull, the face, dude. These things. I want to see those things again. Like if you see more demons in the future, I want to see these things. Hell yeah. That's like the best version of this mount. Oh my god, dude. It's so good. Alrighty, we're ready. Let's go, boy. I gotta make sure I save these real quick though. Let me queue you guys up. I gotta do Atho, not Johan. By the way, huge thank you so much for joining, my guy. Appreciate ya. Thank you so much for hosting groups. You're a wonderful, beautiful butterfly. Black Rook Hold Arena. I love Black Rook Hold, man. Oh my god. Back in black, boys. I love it. This is my favorite arena, just aesthetically. Out of all of them. I like the new one too, though. The new Crucible. But this is my favorite. I like Hook Point. I like this place. I like the new one too. I don't know why. I just like them. I don't know why. I just do. Okay? Chat, I have no idea. Am I the only one? I just like this one aesthetically, and I think LOS is not bad either. Not annoying or anything. I really just like the LOS of Toberon. I think for functionality, for gameplay purposes, it's not bad. But for watching those in 1v1, it's like, I don't think any arena is really bad for like functionality in arenas. Maybe like the Kirin one because it's super bright, but besides that, don't hate it really. Last, we'll see. So right after this one, I'll see if I'm still energized after this. If I'm just like tired and I want to get some food, I'm gonna go get some food. But we'll see how I'm feeling after this one. I'll see. I've been enjoying these duels a lot though, so maybe. Twitch. Man, I wish I had the excitement for this game. LMFAO, Azoth, my man. Maybe it'll return back in Dragonflight, yeah. We got Kragar first up versus Atho, who's got himself a full Necro looking paladin set. I'm loving the look of it. Are we gonna see the big go? Are we gonna see the big red? I don't think we've seen the big red. I know that Atho said he's got a build cooking up, but I don't know if we've seen the big red. Looks like he's trying to see if he can just drop up Kragar for the swings. The Kragar's just trying to avoid him. It looks like it is a Kieran confirmed as the hammer just continues to hitting Kragar in the back. And that's going to be big old hammers with the last verdict just crashing on him. He can't even reach him. Kragar just forces taking the damage back to back. Duster reflect against there's a hodge out of Kragar. Kragar trying to avoid hodging himself. Or Atho trying to avoid hodging himself. Atho is playing that adaptation though, so this is going to be interesting how that's going to work out for him. Does get himself a hand of freedom. Just trying to take a bail out of there for a second. Going to be Kragar bumping up his damage with that Reckless Abandon. He does have proper Recklessness in case he needs to use it. And Atho looks like he's a bit on the defensive, trying to see if he can backpedal away from Kragar. There goes the proper Reckless Abandon. Are we going to see the banner on top of it? Atho trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of survivability. Looks like it's not actually looks like Kragar's still holding on to the Recklessness. It's just procs. We're just getting lucky procs and it looks like it's a real Recklessness. Looks like it's just it looks like a real one, but it's not a real one. It quacks like a duck, but it ain't a duck. Gonna be Kragar trying to see if he can waddle over towards Atho. Can he reconnect real quick? Atho is trying to keep the range on him. Gonna be that Seraphim. Final wreck. He's trying to see if it might make it happen. Big hammers flying through. Kragar is still playing his survivability. Sweeps up his health. Back up with impeded victory. Not letting Atho do much. That's gonna be big damage. Big burst. Atho. Better be careful. This is the most overwhelming amount of damage he's got. He got himself that eye for an eye. 30% physical damage reduction. Shield Avenge has got himself the mobility. Trying to see if he can get away from Kragar, but he's unable to. Shield Avenge is eventually gonna pop at Kragar. Does to reflect in order to reduce some of the magic damage taken. Kragar still took a big hit. Atho is still out of bubble. Gonna be a blaze when a Kragar gets a blaze jump to follow. Atho no health whatsoever. Does dive away from the Sharon throw, but I think the bubble is just not gonna hold on long enough. Does get interrupted on Holy. That's really bad. No Hodge available. Does Atho get a Hodge back? Blind. Kragar has a trinket. He did not want to use it. He did not want to use that trinket. He's saving it for the next guy. That's how confident he is versus Atho. Atho with a hand of freedom. This boy's been running. But he's recuperating little by little, letting Kragar catch up a full flesh scout. But he's letting it happen. He has to. He has to be watching out for his own health. Reflect up for Kragar. Trying to make sure he doesn't Hodge himself. Waiting it out. Kragar does get himself another proc. Hodge comes out. There goes an opportunity for Atho to make a play here. That's a big damage. That's also going to be Seraphim procking him back to back. Get himself massive damage. Lots of hammers flying out with that judgment. As the divine bell toll does toll. Shrink it out of Atho with an adaptation as the Fury comes through. Kragar does go for a big defensive with Enrage Regeneration. Blessing of Protection. Kragar's looking to remove it immediately. Atho got no more immunities left. That defensive Blessing of Protection used in order to deny healing for Kragar. We'll see how well it pays off. We'll see. I'm hoping it has a big payoff, but we'll find out soon. Atho just avoiding Kragar like the plague as best as he can. And he's a paladin. He can deal with plagues pretty well. But can he avoid a Fury Warrior when they have Reckless Abandon back up with a banner potentially? Kragar's just trying to see if he can get some line of sight on him. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get a line of sight of the guy. If he can do it, then he'll get big back-to-back crushing blows. So you can just like crushing blows. He kind of uses axes. His axe and mace, kind of like drumming on Atho, drumming him like a drum. Hodge onto Kragar. Is that? Did you miss? No, you did not miss that. You did not miss that. You didn't miss that final wreck? Chat, did he just miss the final wreck or not? I'm not sure. Gonna be a big battle for Kragar. Shield of himself for Atho. Kragar is going to give himself a little bit more health to work with. Could potentially be an opportunity for Atho to turn around. Kragar mad healing back to back. Get himself lots of pressure, lots of damage. No more immunity for Atho. Just try to see if he can survive the damage of a Fury Warrior. That's going to be Hand of Freedom with Pony. All defenses getting burned. Trying to catch up as much healing as possible. But Kragar still got mobility from the banner. He may have missed that final wreck during his burst. But I'm not quite sure. It does have a pretty big splash effect. Atho with a blind, shrinking out of Kragar, does not want to leave Atho to escape, shrinking it just to land that axe again. May put Kragar in a bad spot. I guess whoever he's going up against, because now he doesn't have a trinket, and it's going to be Nemi, I think, by the looks of it. Or no? Nemi backing up? Is it Nemi or maybe? Potentially? Maybe not Nemi? Waiting. I think it's still two still trying to figure it out who's gonna be next. Maybe it is the rogue Gloosh, and if it is Gloosh, it looks like potentially. Maybe he's just waiting and waiting for Krager to recuperate some of his cooldowns, because he more or less has had a fair honor duels versus Krager so far. Krager seeing the rogue coming out, it immediately hits him with the disarm as the Shadow Blades is coming out. Glitch trying to use his Shuriken Storm in order to build up some sort of combo with Krager, hitting him with a quick disarm with the kidney shot to follow. That's going to be Krager popping off a big defensive as the Resonator Trinket is coming out. Cheap shot to lock down Krager, and the rogue is just continuing to spree of damage. Does get himself the Kyrian Burst with Shadow. Looks like it was just a random proc Shadow Blades. Looks like it wasn't real Shadow Blades last time. As Krager gets himself yet another Rampage versus Glitch, it's going to be evasion up for the rogue. As Krager just trying to see if he could CC him out for a second longer. Maybe get himself big damage to follow. Reckless Abandon is up and running. Glitch trying to see if he can escape it. Taking a load of damage. No more evasion. Kidney shot to Krager. Does he land the back-to-back kidney shots? He needs to make sure his stuns are airtight. He doesn't have that cheap shot to follow. Looks like he's running out of Shadow Dance. Charges the Krager. Does not have to set stuns back-to-back. Is able to actually play the game for just a little bit longer. And Nemi having a camp out here. Nice. I like that. Krager leaping. Not leaping. It looks like he was kind of midair for a second. I thought it was leaping. Maybe not. This is gonna have to wait a bit. It looks like Luge does get back next to him, picking up the eyes. It's gonna be Kidney Kyrian Burst. Potentially, does he have another massive crit versus Krager? What was that crit? Oh my god, what was that crit? Just everything lined up for him for that one. My goodness. And he's looking to see if he can get out of there. There's going to be Embargo up next. He knows it's an Outlaw Rogue. He knows it's a Necrolord. And Embargo looks like he's going to hold on for that Flesh Cap for later. He's not going to use it right now. He's not even picking up the eyes. It looks like he's letting Gluge go for an opener. Potentially. Damn. Well done. As Embargo making sure he gets himself the right poisons on. Gluge is able to get a proper opener. It looks like Embargo wants him to. Unless Gluge comes out of... Well, the thing Gluge could do is maybe come out of stealth and start a duel without stealth, so nobody gets a stealth opener. Gluge opens up with a Shadow Strike. Embargo hits him with a gouge. Disarming the Gluge for Shadow Strike. Gonna be disarmed after, but Embargo get the pistol shots. He's just pistoling the boy. And Gluge gonna hit with a cheap shot as Embargo goes for advantage. Potentially gonna go kidney shot. Does he have enough damage? Glitch is actually under a ton of pressure. It looks like Embargo got himself a kidney shot. Oh, kidney shot while his killing spree is rolling in. Massive damage on Embargo. Does he choose to trinket it? Loads of damage. Might have to trinket it. Blinded to Glitch. Does have a trinket of his own. Embargo needs to get himself a heal. Flash Cut doesn't go trinket it. Glitch has a trinket. Glitch has a blind. Glitch has everything. He just needs to be careful. Embargo has a trinket too. Cheap shot. Does Glitch trinket this? He's trying to wager. Get a shot. He has to trinket it. Has to go for a blind there. Embargo trinkets. Trying to stay aggressive. It's going to be kidney shot onto Embargo. He got a full flash cut, but does he? Is it enough to live the Resonator? Big opener. Oh my goodness. He decided, I have to go for it. I have to do it, dude. I have to do it. But Glush ended up landing that big kidney shot. I think that's one of those situations where you don't really know, like, should you be aggressive? Should you not be aggressive? And in some cases, like, if you just sat stuns, you should be aggressive. If the rogue has no blind and you just sat stuns, you should be aggressive. But I was just a blind, and you should have waited for the stuns to come in and then trinketed and then pop the defensive or pop some kind of CC back. So sometimes you do need to use a stun trinket and get super aggressive, and other times you have to hold on for a little bit longer. It's just one of those decisions where it's difficult to decide. Let's try to see if he can survive Anto, but down by the way. It looks like Anton is going to sacrifice his bed. The A-bomb just goes in a big old hook just across the back of the just across the back of the rogue, taking him out. Feral B is going to be up next, trying to see if he can get some bleeds on the Anton. As Anton got no way to survive this, it's going to be a massive burst. Does get a stun in the last second, but there's only so much you can do. Which is you're charging out towards Feral Beast, hits him with a Kirin Spear, nowhere to go, does have a wall and everything. It's going to be Sajiro popping off his own cooldown. It's going to be potentially trying to go for Cyclone. Feral Beast goes back in the bear with Thorns as well. It's going to be Sajiro potentially going to hurt himself through Thorns. It's going to be a Cyclone. Could trick it out of it. Is going to be able to trick it out of it. Feral Beast could go for another Cyclone in case he wanted to. I think it's just out of options. Wait, Maim with the Sajiro. Is that enough though? Leap. Does catch him back up with that leap. Doesn't get another Feral. Escape, leap, charge, and quick execute, taking him out. Is it Nemi up next, or is it Jesus? It looks like maybe it's Jesus. Potentially. If it is Jesus, then Jesus is kind of just letting Sajiro get some cooldowns back. Or if he's looking at Nemi, And it is Nemi up next. Looks like it may be Nemi. And looks like Sajira, as soon as he figures out it's Nemi, as soon as he sees Nemi walk up, he's like, yo, I gotta establish opener. I gotta establish the damage. It is a Beastmaster Hunter. I better be the aggressor here. Fear onto the pets of Nemi. Does force a trick out of him. Nemi tried to go for a kill command in order to get the pets back. That's Sajira. Gonna be the spear. Barely missing Nemi. Nemi with mad kill shots back to back. Sajira needs to get himself a bit of healing back as soon as possible. Gonna be a stun as he dips low. That's gonna be perfect CC onto Nemi. Nemi needs to go for a turtle shell. Needs to recover health as fast as possible. Freeze the trap onto Zero, maybe goes for a shadow meld. Let him shadow meld. This is a feign death. No bleed, so Zero needs to pick up the eyes immediately. Nemi needs to get himself as much healing as possible. Maybe set up a trap for one of the eyes that Zero could run towards. Nemi needs to make sure they can range Sajura, not let him touch Nemi, kite him out, and then kill shot him, Cobra shot him as much as possible. Just take him away, take him down at a distance. That's what Nemi's strategy is. Sajuro hanging out by the pillars. See, does he know the eyes are up? He better pick him up as soon as possible because Nemi's catching up a lot of healing. At this point, you imagine Sajuro would want to pick up the eyes and chase after Nemi. Or maybe he's expecting for Nemi to have a freezing trap at next one of them. Maybe he's expecting that Nemi is always going to have CC ready. I'm not even sure. Evalio, thanks so much for coming by, my guy. Appreciate you so much for joining. Hope you enjoyed the duels. I had a lot of fun with you. We'll see you next one. To tomorrow then, yeah? You're gonna be joining us for an A-Duels tomorrow? Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, my guy. Nemi getting speared. That's gonna be a stun on Sajuro. Does have a chicken flurry. It looks like Nemi's able to break out of the spear with either disengage or a feign death. I think it was a feign death. Sajuro trying to get the chase on Nemi with a reckless abandon, not let him go anywhere. It's gonna be a trap that he leaps over. Nemi trying to see if he can cut it back in, but a Blazer is gonna keep him running. And Sajuro does take down Nemi, but Jesus just charging out. Not gonna give Sajuro an opportunity to recover. Maybe Krongza would get a chance to play unless Sajuro does survive. This does reflect in case Jesus goes for a stun. Chain of Ice, Reflect fell off at the last second. Gonna be the Army of the Dead join in. The Army of the Dead together with a grippy hand. Stun on Sajuro. That's gonna be a stun by Sajuro onto the army. Trying to see if he can might be able to survive this burst. That's gonna be Enrage Regeneration for a second. Trying to catch himself a little bit of healing, but looks like Jesus does get to claw him down. Krongs is gonna be up next. And last one over on Team 1. Trying to see if he might be able to fight versus Jesus. Opening up on the pet. Playing that out of work. I'm guessing Kyrian, but maybe not. Maybe playing the Vanished Lego, but who knows? Gonna be a Resonator Trinket. Trying to see if it can explode onto Jesus. That is gonna be Jesus. Sacrifice the pet. IBF gonna use someone in new one. He's trying to play defensive versus Krongs immediately. The Rogue out there with an invasion as soon as he can. It's gonna be at least Chain of Ice. That's gonna reliably keep the Rogue away. Jesus is trying to see if he can waddle away from him. And just looking for a bit of a reset. He needs to go and burst down the road. That's the only way that Unholy DKs really play. They don't really play a sustained build. They really play a bursty build. Vanish out of Krongson with a flesh count, taking a page out of Embargo's book. Vanish to make sure he got himself a proper flesh count. I think it was a pistol shot with a Lego. Just did not get let him play it at all. Vanish, flesh count. So you can't even interrupt it. My goodness. Cheese, dude. What is this cheese? Oh my goodness. My God, that was awesome. Yo, Krager, we done thank you. Thank you, Krager, for joining in. I appreciate you. Thank you for gathering the boys. Hopefully we'll see you and the gang next week. Thank you so much for helping us test out the Cross Faction PvP. I loved it. And thank you for playing. Thank you for showing us how it was done as a Fury Warrior, my man. Yo, that was awesome. Tomorrow is NA, Kyle. Tomorrow is NA. We do this on NA, we do this in the EU. We just do Friday for my EU boys. And Saturdays for the boys over in the NA. Be here tomorrow at the same time. We start at 5 p.m. East Coast and go until about 7 p.m. West East Coast. Sometimes longer. Also tomorrow it's going to be cross faction, so we'll need to figure out how we do groups. Join the stream if you want to know how to join the groups, or join the LFG groups if you see them, or you can make it yourself. I can explain tomorrow, Kyle, if you're going to be here. Just ask me about it. Yo, how do I make groups? How do I join groups? And I'll take the time out of my day to explain it. Sound good, my guy? Yo, thanks so much for popping in, man. We'll do this tomorrow. Bring your homies, bring your friends, guildies tomorrow. Anybody and everybody's welcome. Just know you're going to be going up against Seavark, Chicago, Chill Pills, Sensei, God. There's a lot of rogue names in there too. I'm really bad at rogue names though. Trickster. I had him on Real Ideas Trickster. I don't remember. He's on Moonguard. I remember, like, I know he's a Night Elf, I know he's a Moonguard, I know he's a Rogue, and I play sub, but his name, Real Ideas Trickster. I literally can't remember his character's name though. Why do I struggle with that? I struggle with names, boys. I can remember random other features, but like names, I can put in my memory WoW class abilities. I'm a library, dude. A human walking library. Names, can't do it. Abilities, obscure names for abilities, I can render and remember them for the rest of my life. I do forget sometimes, but it depends on how often they get used though. So if something that's not used often, then how am I gonna remember? Like, I'm sure Hunters have some obscure talents that nobody uses. Ranger's Finesse, I won't even see it, right? Wild Kingdom, nobody ever uses it. Although I have seen people use it before. There's one with Beastmaster actually, hold on, that's another one that I haven't seen in a while, but it was used before. I was looking at it for Marksman. One Beastmastery, what was it? Is it the new Kinder Beast? It is the new Kinder Beast, okay, okay. This used to be let's say defensive, wasn't it? Kinder Beast, it was just a 10% DR. That changed a lot. Command pad unique ability, cooldown zero by 50%, and gains additional effects, so you could like lust while in PvP. A 3-minute cooldown. Kapitan, how you doing, my guy? How to get back to WoW when it's boring for me? Honestly, if the game is boring for you, I think it's perfectly normal to take a break, Capitano. Play other games. If you want recommendations for some of the games that I've been enjoying CRPGs. Divinity is a fantastic option. It has a lot of the like RPG-ish elements, and it's really, really fun. Awesome with friends, especially if your friends know how to play it. If you want to play something more single player, Pathfinder is fantastic. It's very much a Dungeons & Dragons RPG. You may not like the combat of it, but if you enjoyed like the classic WoW, like auto attack and combat sort of kinda, it's similar to that. It's like it really takes in the core of what D&D is. And it's a very, very enjoyable experience. I've been having fun with it so far. But if you're not having fun with WoW right now, I think honestly don't force yourself. Take a break. Play some classic or something, you know, level a classic character. Do something like that. Right? Level a character if you have fun with that. If you want to play, but you don't want to play like endgame. Not sure about classic WoW? I'm not about? Okay. But still, check out Divinity, check out Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, or you can do Kingsmaker, but I like Wrath of the Righteous. I'm playing that right now. Check them out. Maybe it won't be your thing, because it's very D&D, right? If you like D&D, you like the numbers, you're fine with rolling the dice kind of thing, it's a fun experience. Play once a week and that's it. Okay. Yeah, just level some characters, man. Just if you don't do Mythic Pluses, cross-faction PvP has been fun. Cross-faction Mythic Pluses has been a lot of fun. But if you just don't like the core of it right now, don't force yourself. Honestly, I think it's the worst thing you could do for yourself. Like it's maybe wait until season 4 and then come back for season 4 and give it a try, right? Give the new dungeons and new raids and stuff like that a try. But don't Path of Exile. Yes, if you like Diablo stuff, like Path of Exile is pretty fun too. They have new seasons, but it's a game that it's over my head. I try to get into it. I just have a hard time playing a game that's like over the top, like camera. Like I like that kind of game in Divinity or in like a strategy game, but like in an ARPG, I just don't really like that camera as much. I don't know what it is, man. I just have a hard time with that kind of thing. Like League of Legends, fine. Divinity style game or RPG style or like or strategy game, fine. ARPG, I just have a hard time with it, man. It's just hard for me to get into. I always had a hard time. I tried. I think it's a game that has a lot of depth that will enjoy the depth of it, but it's just so difficult for me to get over the camera thing. It's a fantastic game. It's just not for me. Is the best way I explain it. Final Fantasy and Escape from WoW. I guess you could, but it's Final Fantasy is so if you want something different than WoW, Final Fantasy isn't if you want something like WoW, then Final Fantasy is something you might enjoy. It's a lot slower, so I don't know if it'll be like maybe you'll like it, but if you don't want like that same WoW gameplay, you're probably not going to enjoy Final Fantasy. If you want similar WoW gameplay, then yeah, but at that point you could also recommend other games too, like Guild Wars, which is a similar WoW but like slightly different, Elder Scrolls, which is similar to WoW but slightly different. Yeah, that's a fantastic choice too. I think Final Fantasy actually has a free comeback event, so like if you wanted to play it, everybody gets like a 96 hours of play. I think I seen like an email from them, they're like, hey, come back, 96 hours free playtime for everybody. Yeah, all for the win. Yeah, like I tried out other MMOs, dude. I realized I'm not a fan of MMOs. I'm a fan of WoW. I think a lot of people, like, over the last month, I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. Like, they're not really a fan of MMOs. Because a lot of people have been suggesting, like, oh, try this game, try that game, try this, try that. A lot of people tried stuff, and, like, a lot of people, I think, the more games we try, there's a good portion of people that just realize they're not a fan of MMOs, per se. They're just a fan of WoW. We just want WoW to be in a good spot. You know what I mean? Pay to win a level cap. Yeah, but it's pay to win. I'm referring to Final Fantasy though. Pay to win level cap. Really? FF? Really? Huh? I thought, didn't they? I thought it was like, really? Who gives a F play WoW? That's kind of how I am right now, dude. But if you're playing WoW right now and if you're just not having that much fun or if you're bored, honestly, like, don't burn yourself out. Play something fun, play something that's different. Because I know, dude, I know how the burnout can be. I had a lot of messages, people telling me they're coming back to the game for 9 to 5. A lot of people are excited for 9 to 5 to play with their friends. But if that's like, if you're just like been playing already and you're getting bored, I think it's perfectly fine to not destroy your own enjoyment out of it. You know what I mean? There's other games out there to play too. I'll be back hopefully for more duels today. Yeah, sorry you couldn't get that many times. Sorry. Start your group next time. Sorry, if you start a separate group, I'm sure people will join in. If you tell them know what the group name is or have them added in reality so you can invite them if they're cross faction, I'm sure that there's plenty of people on Team Tagsy that also want to play again, my guy. Thanks so much for joining though. Yeah, hopefully next time. If you're watching to and chill, hopefully get to play next to Soren because I wasn't really sad you couldn't, my guy. I was really sad. But yeah. Was this some EU and pluses? I definitely gotta get an EU character up and running and level to max level, boys. So I can do some pluses with you EU boys. I'm thinking I'm just gonna level one character though. One class. I'm not sure what class I want it to be though. But I want to get into pluses. I don't want to push if I do that. I think it'd be really fun. I don't know if I want it to be a healer or I want it to be a tank or I want it to be whatever. I think it should be a rogue because I will play a rogue as a main. But I don't think I'll have more fun playing two rogues. I have a lot of fun playing one rogue, but I don't really want to play a second rogue. I used to have that in Legion, and I just felt like I would just, I don't know. The enjoyment kind of goes away. Like if I play a class in the EU, it probably would be a class I don't really play a lot on an A. So I wonder if it would be like a priest or like a demon hunter or something. Maybe a monk. I kind of like monk. I like my monk on an A though. Play ranged. I was thinking play range to make it easier. Maybe like mage, or maybe play like a spec I don't normally play, like a fire. Play fire mage and just make the character only a fire mage. So it can be something different. I'll play Watson's vanilla, but I cannot play anything else in RPG. Takes a break once in a while. Yeah, exactly, Ricard. Exactly. That's how I felt like a lot of people, I got a lot of messages people saying, telling me like, yo, I tried this other game. Like everybody tried Lost Ark. Everybody had tried like New World. And I've had some people that tried like other games as well. Like they got recommended Guild Wars or something, or FF or ASO. And I'm sure... What other MMOs are there? Because this is the only three that come up. I feel like there's got to be one MMO missing, at least one MMO missing that deserves to be like named. I guess anything can count as a MMO though. So like that whole RPG MMO. This is a Lost Ark, hopefully. But like I had some people telling me that just like, yo, so I'm coming back to WoW. I tried insert the game, but I really like WoW too much. What's a good class? I'm like, yo, here's the go. Here's what I like. Here's what's really good. I try to recommend people like, not the meta though. I try to recommend people like, I tell them, hey, this is the meta, but like these are also really fun, and really good. Do you use keybinds? I do use keybinds. I don't have all my. I don't use keybinds like super crazy extent of like control, alt, shift, but I will do shift modifiers and some control modifiers. Oh no, alt modifiers. I don't use control modifiers though, but definitely those are recommended, especially if you got a Naga. If you use a Naga exclusively, extensively, which I only use Naga for like utilities. I usually use my keyboard for like my rotational ability just because I got used to it, but I just got to structure my layout for keybinds and stuff around that. Just don't have to relearn it completely. But yeah. But yeah, if you guys want me to go over my keybind sometime, you're always welcome to message me on Discord, and I'll let you guys know. Help you guys out, answer any questions you guys got. But yeah. Milord. I see the name Ricardo, but I want to call you Milord because that is your name in game. But yeah, yeah, that's kind of how I feel the same way though. Yeah, it's like I tried other MMOs too, and it's just like in the end I just come back to WoW because it's like it's just what I like. Maybe I'm just so used to it, but it is what I like though. But yeah, taking breaks is very important. Like if there's content right now and you're not really like it's not really the content you're into, definitely take breaks. If anything, take a break until season 4. But I've been enjoying the cross faction a lot recently. And I've been pushing a lot too. Like, so like if you're struggling to have some enjoyment, like finding a group to push content, like pushing Mythic Pluses, pushing PvP, setting yourself a goal and going after it, helps a lot. Helps a ton. But if it's just like, if you're like, okay, I'm pushing for the sake of pushing, but I don't have fun while pushing, don't do it. Don't do it. Because like I pushed arenas, but only with friends. I didn't really pug. I pushed keys, but only with friends as well. But only pug. So for me, it's like pushing is fun, but only with friends. So I usually like to play with friends. And cross faction is a lot easier because now you can play with all your friends. So if you have a friend that's like does PvP and they're on the opposite faction, they can be like, hey, you want to play together? I want to try to push. I want to get better. It's so much more enjoyable that way too. But let's pala, dude. It is. The my lord. But if someone else, does Worgen have body scar options? The body scar, I don't think. Let me look. I think there's some presets that you could do that look like a scar aura. That's all the settings you did for Worgen, by the way. You could always go to like the haircut place to change in case you wanna. So I don't think they have a body scar option. I know they have like furs, so you can get like different patterns. But I don't think they have scar options. Some can look like scars, like this can look like you're scarred up, but not really scarred up. You know? Face. I know that there's some faces that have scars. Like this one has scars on your face. The scars here. So there's only like one scar. Like this one is like kind of look like injured of some sort. But there's this scarred face. Hair, I don't think you can really do hair. You can look like an ear, like you got one ear bitten off, so it's like scarred. Or choppy. Right, this ear look like it's got a lot of scars on it. But I don't think you can do one where it's like there's a face with scars. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there is. Maybe on female, but I don't think so either. Wait, it looks like a Death Knight with those eyes. I think just patterns. But I mean, I guess like some patterns can look like scars, maybe. You know? So I don't think so. They have face options, yeah. Oh, Blizzard would, odd, Blizzard would not add that option for Worgen being able to have scar in the body. I think that'd be cool to add in the future. Yeah, I think originally what they wanted to do for Worgen is just focus on the amount of shades of fur and face and eyes. Because they have a lot of customization on those. But like maybe in the future they could add scar options. Because even like humans can't do scars, but they could do scars on their face. Dwarves can do scars. Nanos can do scars on their face. Gnomes also no. No scars here. No scars. No scars. No scars. No scars. No scars. Tattoos. No scars. Tattoos. No scars. I think orcs can do like some kind of body scars of sorts. Or paint. So they could do like tattoos that look like scars maybe. But they also don't have scars either. They have face scars. No scar. No scar. No. I don't think. Can I preview them? I can. Can you do like a... No, you could do this. Like these guys have like body scars, right? That's a part of the skin preset on the Magar. I think these are kind of like these are choose like scars, I think, or maybe tats. These guys maybe? I mean, these are tattoos like body paint. But I don't think they have like scar option either. No scars. So like not a lot of them actually have scars when you think about it. So like Worgen don't have them, but also nobody else has them except for Maga Orcs. Only for like one specific preset. I guess this one has body scars too, like on around the abdomen and the shoulders. This one is a lot more gruesome, a lot more full body. This one just plain. So yeah, I guess it depends, right? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Maybe in the future, that'd be kind of cool. Chat, thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you. You guys wonderful, beautiful. We've been hanging out for a bit, but I gotta get some food, man. I gotta get some chill. But thank you so much for Duels, boys. I had a lot of fun. This would be an awesome to watch and commentate through. I've had a really, really good time. Cross factions here, and it's awesome. So hopefully working groups, it should be even easier than ever before. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful. Sorry, my man. Hey. Thank you so much, my guy. Yo, can we get a hashtag Soren in chat? I don't know how to do that. Oh, but can we at least get a hashtag Soren in chat? Do your very best, boys. Show our appreciation for his wonderful, beautiful donut, my man. Yo, listen to that message. Hit the channel with a quick sub if you haven't yet. Would very much appreciate it. More duels on the way, more videos on the way. Thank you so much, Soren. Hashtag Soren, boys, for being a wonderful beauty. Thank you so much. If you can't do that, oh, do it. I can't because I don't have that on my keyboard. Appreciate you so much, my guy. Appreciate you, my man. Boys, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Y'all are wonderful, beautiful. Enjoy the tunes while we end the stream here, while we close out. Thank you all. You guys are awesome. I'll see you boys. Aura. Here we are. Hey, I'll see you boys all next stream. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Peace.